Well, well, well. Wait 1 minute. Oh, wait a minute. I can do this. Crazy. And then I can get rid of it. Oh my god, we're in the future. New era here. Anyway, oh my god, he's late. Can you believe it? I was 1 minute late when the stream went up, okay? I had a thumbnail to make, and I was on the edge of my seat. You know, we have an ordinary Ari video coming up tonight, and I thought, should I upload this? Is it too mean? Am I being too insulting to these people? And then I thought, you know what? I wasn't that mean. I like the video, so I'm gonna put it up anyways. Anyway. I personally can. I'm embarrassed for him. True. Day 2 of asking Ari to play chess with me. Well, maybe if you get to day... like, I don't know, 2,000 maybe? Maybe, potentially. I don't know. It's possible. And Heath is here dabbing. Oh my god, we haven't had this many people this early in like 2 weeks. All for a stream where I haven't got anything planned. Actually, I have. There's a few minor things I have to talk about. What are they? Oh, we'll get to it. Okay. Bro, that's like 8 years. Well. Maybe in 8 years from now, AI will be so good that you can just like download all my VODs and replicate me and then verse my AI in chess. It'll feel just like the real thing, you know? If you stream every day, true. I should just stream every day, shouldn't I? Oh wait, I forgot I'm not even in the channel. Sorry about that. We all make mistakes, right? How can you play so terribly? Because like 30%, no, okay, realistically like 60% of my brain is going toward chess. The other 40% is toward like making sure everything is working right on stream, because the beginning of the stream is always the one where I'm like, did I forget something? Am I doing something wrong? And then I get all these notifications and I have to look up at them, and yeah. That's what chess is for, I guess, for now. To oh my god, now I'm talking so I can't even concentrate. And Puni Baba is here saying, oh hey Ari, hello. I'm here. So you think I'm bad at chess? Look at this guy. He's losing to me. Kremikov from Bulgaria. Oh my gosh. Oh, by the way, like 2 streams ago, I said that my rating has, I think it was, whatever it was, a few streams ago, I said that my rating in chess hasn't really gone down that much since the beginning of stream. So I went back today, I think, or yesterday, and looked at like a stream from 5 months ago just to see my rating in chess. And it was substantially higher. I think it was like 400 and something. And usually we're in the upper 200s, so I have gotten a lot worse. Or I guess the new rating is more accurate to my current skill level. Or okay then, because people naturally are something like 900 just starting out after knowing the rules. True. I mean, this is also 3-minute chess. It's not really like that thinking man's chess, you know? This is more like go off instinct. But my instinct is distracted at the moment. What video triggered you? Trying to think, was there anything actually? Nothing really. More Mappa stuff has triggered me, but I don't have much to talk about in regards to that. There's one potential video in the playlist that was about the you guys are not going to have any interest in this. This is just for me. Oh, look at that one. It's about the title, which it can't be true, but it's about like the failing Vision Pro or something about Apple. What is it? Apple's, oh, Kyle Entertainment is here. Apple's $3,500 nightmare. Yes, welcome.
I was listening to the stream and some idiot started interrupting me.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I keep going.
I think I finished. I'm just catching up on chat. Yeah, so potentially that video might trigger me. We'll see, but also we're probably not going to watch that
I didn't.
right now.
You started saying where I was up to in the stream. You're like, "There's this video that could trigger me," and now you're finished. And now I just never know what the video is.
Yeah, it's about the Apple Vision Pro. All right, it's 43 minutes long. By oh my god, it's by Eddie Burback. I didn't even notice until now. That's the guy who did the Mr. Beast kitchen video that I talked about in Digest like last year. That I based one of my videos off. So this guy's like an inspiration for me. So that's pretty crazy. And then you said, Kyle, where is Minty? And then Minty's not here, so I don't know. And then yeah, I'm 1800 in rapid, but 1400 in blitz. I just get sucked into the position and forget about time. Jesus. And he said, let me join the VC. Are we gonna let this fan join the VC, Kyle? What do you think?
Huh? No.
Okay. No, but there is a waiting room if you want to just sit in there. It'll feel like you're on the stream even if you're not. Anyway.
Wait, why
Kyle.
does the... Who wants to come in? What's happening?
Someone called... Actually, I don't know if I've ever pronounced your name before. Five Eternius. There we go.
Yes, I saw this man in chat.
A classic.
This person.
A classic chatter. Yeah, we've had them before many times. So what are we doing, Kyle? What are you here? What brings you here today?
Well, Elite Ari, you know, many videos could be triggering. You know, there's a great Barbie video we could watch. There's many videos we could watch. You know what I want to talk about, Elite Ari? That you ignore me when I bring up all the time in DMs.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about Mappa videos, and not any Mappa video, but your Mappa video. When's it happening? What are we doing? How mean are you gonna be? It should be your next video. 30 minutes at least.
It absolutely cannot be my next video.
Oh,
no, I don't even know. It's tough because actually this brings me to my first topic I actually have to talk about, which is that Lee Cree, you know, our famous Mappa animator. Let me just
can't see it, but I'm saluting right now.
Yep.
A brave warrior.
She put up her part 2 of her production process of JJK, and I did watch that off stream because I figured it's 50 minutes. It's actually 58 minutes long, and I'm not gonna have much to say. And it turns out I was right. I watched the whole thing, and there was not much to say. She pretty much just described the rest of her work on JJK. She had a few interjections that were clearly recorded very recently. And I think, yeah, obviously she, like, her first video was quite well received and got a lot of views, so she commented on stuff like that. But my minor notes here, it was interesting to see her, as she's recording her production process, it's interesting to see how she was kind of subtly influenced by social media, I guess. Wait, I just got an alarm that went off. Because initially when she's talking about stuff in the first video, it didn't seem like she was as open, or it didn't seem like she was as realizing that she was in like this big production meltdown until later on now, where she's kind of using, I guess, the kind of, I don't know how to describe this, but the kind of language I was hearing was very similar to the kind of language I would see on Twitter. And I was like, oh, I guess like the Twitter stuff has gotten to the people working on Mappa now, on JJK. So it was kind of interesting. Then there's 2 quotes here I have. One of them is, if anything, I'm just a little bit more cautious about Studio Mappa now, because you give them an inch and they'll make a mile out of it. And I thought that was perfect, because that's exactly what I took from her videos, which is that it seems like Mappa as a workplace is purely, it's a problem of culture, where it's like the people there, well, it's not really a problem of culture, it's a problem of management and culture, where it seems like the people there will keep giving you work, and you can refuse it, but you won't refuse it because you feel bad for the other people there. And that quote she said is kind of the embodiment of it. So I think that's great. If I ever made a video, I'd quote that definitely. And the last quote is, this was interesting because she very clearly blamed someone. And I was like, wow, I can't believe she did this. She said, the workers are just trying to do their best under really bad circumstances that were set by their CEO, or that were like set by their CEO, or like the people in charge of the studio. And I was like, man, okay, it's quite the statement to make. So that was another one. And then at the end of the video, she reacted to the cuts that she did and saw the final version of them in like the actual in the actual anime that came out, and that was pretty cool. Anyway, what was I saying, Kyle, before this? What led to all this?
You were refusing to make this video.
Oh yeah, then back to the video. So this series of videos in the interview with Lee Cree obviously gave you a lot of insight into this process, at least for someone who's a contractor on working on Mappa. So to me, it just kind of seems pretty clear based on what she's saying what the problem is, which is what I talked about before, like give them an inch and they'll take a mile, or give them a mile, whatever it is, you know the quote, right guys? So my video, if I ever make one, it purely would have to be taking down all the really dumb claims that are made on Twitter. And that's just like, firstly, it's somewhat boring, I guess. And also it's not very grand. I think it would just be me going over a bunch of like, I would find someone maybe popular who made a very bold claim and then track the sources for their claim and show how they're all unfounded or something. And then talk about how even though there is decent evidence with these Lee Cree series here talking about her experience that Mapper is a bad workplace, the evidence that these people have used to come to their conclusions is terrible, and these people should be shamed for it. So I think that's probably what I would do if I ever. I mean, I will make it. I guess I did
like
say it
shame.
on my guide. Yeah, so I guess I got
That's
to
what I'm looking
shame
for.
these people.
Shame it.
Anyway, that's my.
Well, first of all,
path
Yuri,
now.
will he ever shut up, chat? My goodness.
Sorry,
just
yes.
going on forever and ever.
Go ahead, go
Whose
ahead.
stream is this again? First of all, this reminds me of the great chapter 1 of the manga Zombie 100, where the dude doesn't want to quit because he'll make his workmates do more work. Classic Japanese stuff, apparently. Who knows?
Yeah, so you caught up to
the
when
second
Heath recommended that anime, like when I was first researching Mapper. So good job.
Heath's a loser, and I hate him. How many videos like that have you seen? How many, like...
What do you mean?
There's a few that come to mind. I don't think you would ever be mean enough to make it as good as it should be.
That's probably true.
As good as the
What videos?
Because it
what do you
could
mean
be
by
really
videos?
funny.
Like the video I would make, or the video that I'm criticizing?
No. There are other videos like this where it's like, haha, everybody said something stupid, and I finally looked into it, and now they all look stupid, and here's a compilation of them all saying the stupid thing, etc., etc.
Yeah.
The one that jumps to my mind that is, the one that jumps to my mind that isn't even like that because it's a completely subjective claim is the Endless Jest God of War video, where he basically just plays clips of every like games journalism talking head saying that like God of War finally got good, bro, with the remake. And he just has clips in it. First of all, it makes everybody look stupid because everybody literally says the same sentence. I can't remember what the sentence was, but he just plays it a bunch of times. And obviously, Elite is not that familiar with Endless Jest, but the chat, they love Endless Jest, let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I just brought it up. I have an opinion about Doctor Who. I know this is this, how emblematic is this of their style of video? Because I think this, like the yelling, showing like title, like showing news articles and stuff, I think is a really well made video and gets the point across, like pretty well.
Wait, click on the channel. I'm gonna be a little delayed here.
All right, yeah.
And then search my most popular.
Yep, done.
And is the God of War video at the top?
Yeah, it is. 900k views.
See, Elite RE, this could be you.
True. No, but Kyle, I'm not doing this for the views. I'm doing it because I'm such a good person, you know?
Yes. I think you would hate that God of War video, but that's besides the point. That's kind of my point here. It's not besides the point, idiot. The
It's begging the question, right?
There was something what was I saying? Yeah, something doing a compilation. Oh, because what's happened here is it's just something that I remember. I don't know how long ago. This might be like 2016. I remember World. Leary, do you know who World is?
I thought that was a game or something. No, I don't know what that is.
Put in the YouTube search bar World. Let's see
how
if
do I even
World
spell that? What is that? Go ahead.
I don't remember. I was 12. For Neverworld. He was once one of the most popular anime YouTubers of all time. Hold on, I'm not there yet. Hold on, Leary's going over to the search engine.
Anime?
He might have like rebranded or something since then.
Yo, what's going on?
I assume. It's like Goku, Attack on Titan.
Yeah, that's the fella.
Naruto.
He was always weird looking. How many subscribers? 660 something?
God,
is he still making videos? Oh my god. 3 weeks ago, my goodness. He used to make chapter reviews of Naruto and One Piece and talk about Dragon Ball Z.
Looks like that's
I remember the first time I ever saw anybody talking about animators being like abused and stuff, I feel like it was him in like 2016. And then slowly this just became the thing that everybody would say. About how animators are abused, they aren't paid anything, Japan's terrible, you know how those Japanese are with their working conditions and their honor and stuff. And it's just assumption on assumption that clearly nobody ever looked into. So it's just anything. It's just like a meme that everybody repeats.
But the problem the big problem is that they're probably right, but they think they're right for the wrong reasons, which is what frustrates me. That's the annoying bit. Yeah.
Because the point of the video has to be to point out that in and of itself is bad.
Yeah.
Like they're just repeating things you hear. Thing is bad. Like you could watch a normie's reaction, and you know they're going to bring it up at some point, just because people in their
Yeah.
comments have brought it up, and now they've read it.
Oh, it'll be like in the discussion. They'll be like, "Oh, that was really good, wasn't it? Oh, those poor animators, they're being tortured, But,
yeah.
yeah.
And this is starting to become more of a thing in I think games too, because there is famously already been like mass game layoffs or whatever from gaming companies over the last like 2 years or something. So whenever you criticize a game or it's like comes out unfinished, there was always like a mild contingent of people that are like, don't say that it's an unfinished. These workers were overworked on crunch and they are gonna get fired for this and stuff like that. So it just becomes, I think it's just in waves. I think it's also because the internet kind of had a lefty arc where we decided that supporting workers was very important. So there's all these things that tie into it. All these things could be in the video leader. It's now 45 minutes, and
Jesus
you're
Christ.
making fun of them all.
But what's better, a more effective, very short video, 3 minutes long, it goes all around social media, but or a really long one.
Okay, we'll just all make YouTube shorts forever and ever, huh?
True. I mean, that would be the most effective. Make it TikTok,
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, Elite Ari's not going to make the video that he could
No,
make.
definitely not.
Chat.
It's not going to be a clickbaity, attention-grabbing, good video. It'll be a boring, bland video that gets 200 views, and it'll be great.
What would you title it? You are wrong about Studio Mapper.
Yeah. Actually, I don't want to say I have a current title, but it's not very gripping. Actually, you know what? I don't want to even say it now. Should I say the title, Kyle? It's 2 words.
You never leak things early.
Yeah. No, I won't even say it, because now that I say it, now I won't want to change it or whatever. Or I will want to change it. Anyway, we have a lot of comments. Wait a minute.
Mapper misinformation. That's 2 M's.
It's kind of close. That's kind of what it would be. Something like that. No, I'll say it now because it's not going to happen for a long time. Mapper Mania is what I'm thinking. It'll depend on the title of the, it'll depend on what thumbnail I use as well. But I think Mapper Mania is a good description of what is happening. And I think I could tie it with
WrestleMania is this weekend, Elite RE. You should have capitalized on it.
That's crazy.
With that search engine optimization.
This video is probably an end of year kind of thing because there's 2 major productions coming, which is the Breeze movie and the what's the other thing? The is potentially, I don't know if there's a date for JJK. It would be crazy if they put a movie at the end of the year, but I guess it could happen. So I don't know. That'll probably be
so everything gets the movie now, huh?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know what's happening with JJK. At the end, they're like, there's a thing coming. Or they didn't say what the thing was. Anyway, I have to read all these things, all right? The Map Animators Part 2 video is out. True, we just talked about it. Good Take Kyle is here. Did you see that one? Kyle from XLD Panda.
I did see that one.
That's you. You think Lee Cree got gaslit? No, definitely not. Well, it depends on your definition of gaslit, I think. What I think is that, I think what you're referring to is that when I said clearly she'd been reading Twitter or whatever, I don't think that's her changing her opinion because of Twitter. I think that's her being more comfortable to talk about things because of the support she gets on Twitter, I think. Now, I don't think it's gaslit as in, like, she's reading the things and is being, oh, yeah, this confirms my worldview or anything. I think it's just, like, I know that whatever I say now, people aren't going to, like, hate me for it or whatever. So I think that's probably what it is, more than being gaslit or anything. But also, I could just be reading into this, so I don't know. What do you think about that anime about animators from Mappa? Oh, yeah. Did you hear about that, Kyle? They're making a new, like, original series that isn't based on anything, and it's about, like, an animator animating something, I think.
I feel like I saw this on an Elite RE stream one time.
Oh, maybe, yeah. But that looks interesting. Some people were mad about that on Twitter, which doesn't say much. People are always mad on Twitter. True, but still. For shame. True. I mean, it is funny, right? Mappa making a anime about animation when they're in, like, everyone hates them for it. Now, obviously, this is probably planned way before any of the outrage, but that's pretty funny timing. And then Keith said KYS. I can't believe he would say that. And he had to put spaces because it's probably a banned word in the chat. Punibaba said the main issue with
that's because I said I hated Heath.
Oh, yeah. I remember now. This takes me back to, I guess, a while ago. The main issue is that Mappa isn't actually that much worse than a lot of the other studios. They just attract a lot of big name talent that are likely to speak out or make shows that people care about. No one talks about Science Saru driving employees to cry in the bathroom. Jesus, okay. Now, is that true, or is this one of those claims that isn't based in anything? It's probably true, but it's probably also false. Damn, I've seen that God of War video. Isn't Jess part of the Digibro orbit? Is that true, Kyle?
That is very true.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know about their status currently, but historically that was true.
Okay.
The plebe and the weeb, Elite RE. You love the plebe and the
Wow.
weeb.
Yeah, I love that podcast duo.
No, it's a YouTube talk show.
I love the
like
YouTube
half in
talk
the bag,
show.
but about anime.
That's
and with
great.
lots of slurs.
5 Eternius says, there's a lot of potential in Mushoku. Oh, wait, is this going to be... I thought it was spoilers for a
I
second.
bet it's Saturnius, Elite RE, you idiot, and the 5's an S.
That would make a lot of sense. There's a lot of potential in Mushoku theory content like Alt Swift X. Not even Mushoku, but just popular stories with a planned sequel incoming where the fandom is active but the content starved. Probably. I don't care about theories that much though. They'll watch every video and share it with everyone for very little production quality in comparison to other channels. Actually, that's what's crazy is I was looking at, I was doing some market research on Mushoku Tensei videos today, or yesterday, and there's a few AI videos that have an AI voice and obviously like AI like random clips that are just on screen, and they have like hundreds of thousands of views, and it's like the life of like Rudius, or like how strong does Rudius get, or stuff like that. I'm like, Jesus Christ, people just like watch anything. So yeah.
Are they actual videos or shorts? Because I see that with shorts all the time, but not actual videos.
Yeah, I'd bring one up, but it's like it spoils Rudius' life, but it's crazy.
Pussy.
Anyway, just believe me, guys. Believe me in the chat, all right? Anyway, Kyle. So what's...
Oh my god, you finished this chat? That's amazing.
Yeah, there's too many messages.
I was just checking out AniTube Digest for today, Elite RE. You ever watch AniTube Digest?
I did check it today, and I think I saw the Lee Cree video on there, part 2.
And the We Watch Anime video was on there, but I didn't get to watch it yet, Elite RE. Maybe we should react to what he said about that fantastic video you loved. I can't remember if you didn't like it. I think you didn't like it. Also, I watched the AMV that was at the beginning. It was about an old anime, and there was Russian music, and it was...
Wait,
and everybody cried. Yeah, in AniTube Digest at the beginning, he usually does an AMV reaction now.
I thought you meant like he made an AMV at the beginning because he loves AMVs, right? I see.
He's made many AMVs. His last 2 videos were AMVs.
I believe it. I did like a 5-second AMV at the end of my Ruby video. Because there was music and there was animation. It's kind of cool.
That's very impressive, Leary. I watched that video. Did you know that?
I do, yeah. And you gave it a good, but that's all right. Should be video of the year though. All right. Anime versus
We should go back
content.
and watch Shapes talk about me, Leary. Let's react to that.
True. You know what's the worst about? I remember I watched that. I hated when he talked about you starting your digest or something. And then he said, like, you spent the first, 40 minutes talking about something irrelevant. And I was like, man, I want to go watch that, video. And then I went and it was, deleted. And it's like, apparently...
Oh, yeah, it's unlisted.
Something. I don't know what happened, but... Oh, you didn't get
Oh,
a
yeah, and I
thing?
think I unlisted the first one. I think I unlisted the first one because I talked about how... there was, 20 minutes about me talking about if Sarah Z was popular just because she was a pretty girl. And I was like, oh, that's not a good look. But now we're OG again. I should just unlist it. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, my God. Yeah, just put it on.
Hey,
put it on the VODs channel. Yeah, I'm just streaming.
Discord made a noise, Elite RE. What happened? Who's dying?
I started streaming.
So oh my god! I can watch it.
You can be live.
Hold on. How do I? Hold on, Elite RE. I'm gonna figure out how to get the call up. If I click on live, no, that just brings you up. Oh, I gotta click on stream. Oh, and then I watch the screen. This is incredible stuff.
We have a new channel. Mario the Lit Kid says hi.
That's Minty. I know it is.
Probably. Okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Are we watching this?
Yeah,
also, I don't. Right, why don't you give people the context? Because no one's going to know what this is. What was this actual original video?
It was. I don't even remember. It was about anime or something.
All right, let's just watch Shapes.
Watch.
We're gonna be reminded.
Anime versus content. Like the idea that why good anime is really hard to make. So I watched this video twice because not like earlier, but I watched Watch for Digest today.
It was so good.
It was good, and it was I felt like it was just a general discussion video that felt like something that Trixie would have written on Substack, or on the blog that she has. I've liked reading.
Felt like an old video, you know.
But it just feels very train of thought, kind of what's in her mind right now, I guess, or what I've been thinking, what she's been thinking of. But then I was like, as I watched more videos and then went back to reevaluate, I'm like, okay, what am I going to say about this thing? I was like, I actually can't put in my mind precisely what she said or what point she was driving towards. Because it
doesn't remember either.
That's why I watched again, and even now, again, especially because I watched it and then I started recording and then I had to go away for 2 hours and come back. So it's still hazy again. And I guess, but I really think it's because she's touching on so many different ideas and points in a sequential manner, but not in a way that's building each other up necessarily. I think it's like one thing is leading to an next. They're all linked. Like I think the one moment like that sticks with me is just like this thing makes a lot of money, or like the Patreon. Like when I have my Patreon.
Why is Shaves' background hissing? Like, he makes scripted videos and they always sound really great, but why are his digest videos sound worse? I don't understand.
I don't.
All right.
It dips when I don't talk about anime content specifically, and then she's like, money doesn't make sense, and I'm like, I can see where that point is coming from based on the previous sentence, but that's a whole different point. It feels like you've started a whole new paragraph, but it does that like every 3 sentences. It feels like almost. But I like these kinds of videos because it's a rumination type of thing. Visually, you don't really know what you're going to get. I wasn't familiar with Power of Money Control, but like I know the poster.
Oh my god,
Jockey
Bacon, link the old video.
Oh, okay. But I feel like the title is really like a classic Trixie title that it reminds me obviously the Pepsi the Tiger Bunny thumbnail of like White Good.
Alita, you don't even know why you just whispered that, and it's not just because it was a dead name. YouTube dead name.
Wait, why?
It's because on Twitter the other day, she tweeted out, "Some people got to get Digibro's dick out they mouth."
Oh wow! So why did he whisper it?
Because
he's afraid.
She doesn't like that name.
I understand.
No, it's like playing into the bit. You know,
right.
I shouldn't be saying this, Deehee.
Puni Baba said, "What are they even talking about?" Puni Baba, this is
Shaves ain't saying nothing.
All right. Wait, I don't even know if you know who Shaves is. He's like I don't even know who Shaves is. Kyle, you explain who is Shaves.
Shaves is he made the greatest anime YouTube video of all time one time. It was about Lupin the Third, but it was actually about how making videos is hard. It was so good. It was the cleverest thing I ever saw. It was super meta and stuff. And he's also made some other good videos. And then sometimes he also talks about other people's YouTube videos on his side channel, where he calls it AniTube Digest.
All right. True.
Actually, it goes really hard to make. Kind of, you're leaning into that, I think. I don't know. Just that classic ethos, basically. But then, like, the real meat of, like, calling something anime versus calling something content isn't really directly addressed. It's more of, like, ruminating on the nature of anime that we don't really deserve it based on how much work gets put into it and the money that comes back and all the money that gets fed into it. It's really just, like, the ruminating on that conceit of, like, how hard it is to make and how that lines up with reality and popular and how people make money and stuff like that.
That's my word, Alita. Conceit. I love.
That's true. I just read Puni Baba's message. All I've gotten over 5 minutes is they saw a video where Digibro was rambling. True. Very true, Kyle.
But it was scripted rambling. Though it doesn't have to be scripted to be on AniTube Digest. He'll cover anything.
True? Really?
Yeah, he'll cover like discussion videos or interviews and stuff like that all the time.
All right. Well, let's finish.
That and how it sustains itself, becomes a business, and everything.
How much longer?
Yeah, it was just
10 minutes.
It was just nice rumination, but it's hard. I feel like it's a lot
on
like,
this one video.
No, it's like 1 minute.
And recent's hard because we've forgotten love and all those a lot of the similar videos that I think.
Oh my god, Big Joel uploaded a new video, Alita.
All right, let's just end this video. Okay, thank you, Shaves.
It's called "Conservative Comedy Destroyed My Life."
Oh, I'm sure that's a great video. Wait, is that I remember they made a video I didn't like, right? About Black Mirror. Is that am I thinking?
Yes, Black Mirror. You said you kind of liked it.
Yeah, I like the aesthetic of it. I remember they were in like different spots or something, and that was really cool. But they didn't like the episodes I liked, so that was dumb.
And he debated Destiny on stream one time. It was a classic.
No way. Have I not seen that?
Oh my god, Alita, he doesn't know shit about fuck.
No, absolutely.
There's no way I haven't brought this up every time.
It's very possible.
He completely owned Destiny on Twitter one time. He ratioed him and everything.
Really? That's probably happens more than I know.
Am I a moron and I talking to nobody here?
Apparently.
Alita, there's no way I haven't said this 3 times to you.
I feel like that is a thing where people
Destiny.
every time I react to every time I talk about this Lee Cree video, Puni Baba mentions that she worked on Mushoku Tensei, and then she says it in the video, and I brought it up as though I'd never heard it before, and he's like, "Didn't I tell you that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess you did." So it happens every now and then. How is it dead naming when neither Digibro or Trixie is their real name? Go ahead, Kyle. You're the one who said that.
I said it was YouTube dead naming, so that's my cover for that.
Well done.
How am I supposed to find the digest episode I was on?
Just type in Kyle Entertainment Shapes or something, right?
Yeah, I put in AnyTube Digest Kyle Entertainment, came up with Kylie Jenner shit.
I think I found it right here.
Shaves. Kill yourself. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Because you put shaves in
Wait,
instead.
Kyle
die.
Verbs? Is it another Kyle? Oh no, Kyle Entertainment. The miscellaneous insert shot.
Wait,
Right.
was that one on there too?
Wait, no, maybe not. Let's just I see the thumbnail. For
Where's
some
the
reason the
fucking
video is
screen?
not loading.
No, that's
yeah, the
not
miscellaneous insert shot, 420 views.
I completely forgot it. Hold on, I actually have forgotten anything he says about this. How long does he speak about it for? At the
A
beginning?
good chunk of time. At the beginning.
Oh my god,
The
I'm
beginning.
famous, Alito. Press play, press play.
All right, let's see.
I also liked this miscellaneous insert shot from Kyle Entertainment. This is sort of a follow-up video from his.
Oh, I
Attack on Titan
remember.
video
Hold on,
he's talking
pause. I remember the tone he has in here because he's a little sick. So I must have seen this before.
That's crazy.
If I was on
Wow.
AnyTube Digest, Bacon would have told me the second it came out. Okay.
I'm sure you.
So I
yeah,
definitely
you knew
knew.
this. Yeah. Anyway, are we gonna watch the whole thing?
I don't know if it's boring. We won't.
All right.
some elements in the final season. In addition, in the Attack on Titan anime, that got me thinking. A little more elaborate, and I'm sure I'm not really describing his whole
God, he
picture
watched
here.
your previous video
But
too.
in that other video, he's talking about
I'm famous.
like cutting away to the bird cages, and kind of what that visually represents. And he creates a term for it called the miscellaneous insert shot, and insists that it's not like a new revolutionary thing or whatever, but he's just kind of talking generally about it when it makes him think about.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's what I did.
specifically thinking about this scene in Evangelion where it's a little more literal and more like referenced by the characters and even interrupted in places and kind of used more in an interesting way, I guess. And so breaking that scene down in places, but then kind of further fleshing out this idea he had about the miscellaneous insert shot. And I think I've spoken on this in other people's videos, but I always do really admire these vids that can just kind of settle on a rumination and not have to feel like they have to rigorously justify or prove anything or like
True.
he doesn't really source any major in trying to find the accurate term for this, because I'm pretty sure like if I could be wrong, like I feel like it's something similar to Nerd Writer's video about this one Japanese.
I love
that keeps
Nerd Writer.
cutting away- I just
Yeah.
can't remember the name of the shot or
Compared
something,
to a
but like
million
keeps
sub
cutting away
YouTubers.
to like something like a potted like a pot or something. I don't remember, but stuff like that. Like, I've definitely heard this kind of term before, and I've obviously seen it in the media too.
It's
But I just like that he,
relatable.
just going out there and not having to like rigorously make the definitive video. I think that's such a temptation and like
400 views.
what you
Look
want
at
to
that.
strive for with videos. Sometimes, at least
Wait, how many does it have now? Let's have a look.
Maybe 600.
I mean, that's respectable. Kyle Entertainment. Let's see. Same thumbnail, I assume. Oh, 1,000. Jesus.
Ugh, I'm famous.
Let's see how
I'm
much
rich.
exactly. Almost 1,100. That's not bad.
for me.
Almost 1,100.
I'm very of the mind of like I don't want to just make just another this video. I always want to make kind
All
of
right,
something-
all right, we're done with this. All right.
Oh,
I've watched that like a few times already, right? I make sure I go back and I watch all.
now we've got to
stuff
watch
every
the
now and then.
best anime OP or ED one.
Best anime ED. Did he talk about that?
Yeah, yeah, that's the
Oh,
only one I
yeah.
remember. Oh,
There's
besides
no
the
way.
digest one, I don't want to rewatch the digest one.
True. There's no way I'm gonna be able to find it.
It was before that one.
2 years ago,
It probably isn't. Yeah, probably.
unless this is also your digest one.
Oh, no, we're not
like,
watching
right
that.
at the end.
Oh yeah, that's the digest one then.
Oh no, your ending one.
Oh, it's at the beginning.
Oh my god. All right. I guess for reference, everyone, Kyle Entertainment made a video about his favorite anime ending, and I think it's one of Kyle's best videos. I really like it. Let's
Is
see.
it,
But it's at the
Totally
beginning
very
of Shaves' video for some reason. When doesn't he put the bad stuff at the beginning? So I don't know.
No, he liked it. Elite RE, you idiot.
Okay, let's see.
a nice video from Kyle Entertainment who's talking about his favorite anime ED, and you can tell what it is because the
419 views. You got one view in
love
2
400.
years. Good job. You're moving up.
it's the thumbnail, but it is the first Dragon Ball ED.
Oh yeah,
Echo?
pause it. In the video.
Yeah, it's like weird. Anyway, I've paused
Oh,
it.
I don't know. There's a comment in here, Elite RE, or maybe it was on my original video where he's
Oh.
like, "Ish." Oh no, what did I say? I don't want to hear it.
I'm on the thumbnail
And I can't
video
see
and
it too well.
everything. Speaking of which, I was kind of assuming a lot of people who watched the video didn't recognize the thumbnail because I didn't, because I don't think the original Dragon Ball ET was too popular of a choice in those discussions. Though of course the video isn't reliant on that or anything. I'm kind of making fun of the idea that the favorite being revealed at the end throughout the video. But here's to many more digest appearances. Hopefully, I've got a Cowboy Bebop video that hopefully will be ready for next week. Sure, I remember that one. That was a good video as well.
That one didn't make it.
Yep. What comment were you talking about?
Oh yeah, he's gonna say I shouldn't have spoiled it in the thumbnail, but I'm like, no, nobody knows that's Bulma being depressed.
True. Yeah. I also don't. I wouldn't have recognized any of the Dragon Ball OPs or EDs or anything. Because who knows Dragon Ball?
You're
No
stupid.
one. Punu Baba says, Digibro humiliated himself on Destiny stream like 2 times. True. We have
Don't
talked
worry,
about that in
Ari.
the
Totally
past.
Ari about that one.
By the way, Ari, did you watch the PV images for the new Mushoku Tensei episode that were released? I did. I've seen the images. I still haven't seen the trailer, the latest trailer. I'm gonna make a video about it almost certainly, just talking about like pre-season thoughts or whatever, like last time.
I haven't seen it yet either.
That's good to hear. No trailer for you, Kyle. But that's like, I think it's like
Well, I'll watch
6
it
days away. It's like next Monday, I think the episode comes out. So
if I see a thumbnail, I'm gonna click on it, Elite. Ari, you can't stop me.
That's true, yeah. I'll make sure I
did it
put a
last
spoiler
time.
warning at the beginning. But I'll be like, Kyle Entertainment, if you're watching, go away. Or else.
Oh yeah, he does that sometimes. Chat. You ever notice that?
Mm-hmm. Alright, we're finishing this?
Well, a little bit more at least.
Alright. I mean,
But-
I can't believe I haven't seen this before.
Really like that, despite teasing you with that at the beginning and like you going into knowing that it's not
Yeah, that weird echo? It's weird.
9 minutes and now analyzing this one ED.
Shut up,
Actually,
Elite.
like,
Ari.
all
Nobody
of it
hears
is
no
guiding
echo.
through some of his other potential options, and it's not like a surprise of what his favorite ED is. It's not like a top 10 or something like that. But I like that he's using these other examples of some of his favorite EDs to kind of guide you through his taste and his preferences of what he likes out of EDs, and because he likes the more melancholic ones and sort of cathartic and
True.
forlorn, I guess is some words for it basically, but kind of still kind of Kino and whatever. And yeah, this is like kind of like a
True.
he really emphasizes how like it's more like her longing and stuff like that, and it's kind of depressing in some way. And I'm like, that's interesting. I never really thought of it as depressing. I think he does a great job explaining that stuff. And then again, I think that structure throughout the whole video was cool because then like he just drops random EDs and it's
Good
kind of like, oh,
structure.
that one, that you know. And it's kind of a surprise in that way, and that just makes the video kind of interesting and like a nice venture. Because even if you know what the end goal is, or you kind of know where
I
it's
feel like
going,
they were
you
all
still kind of enjoy
very straightforward EDs. I feel like I talked about Attack on Titan ones.
Vinland
I
Saga?
shouted out Avent. Huh?
I remember you talked about Vinland Saga, the English one or something. It's like the one thing I remember from your video.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it was before the Without Love one. God, we got to remake this video
True.
Without Love. You know, #1 now. That's not true.
This would surely that would be
and
like
then
a quick, easy like video to make, right?
I mean, yeah, but it would just to include one new thing. What are you, stupid? The But yeah, I feel like it was like Evangelion. I don't even think I talked about. Maybe I talked about the Lane one because that one is good. I guess that's like real underground shit, Elite Ari. But other than that, I don't think there was any like deep cuts in there. It was all pretty straightforward. Did immediately be like, maybe I should do the OP version, but I feel like there's nothing interesting to be said there. Like, what would be #1, Evangelion or some shit?
That's a very good question, Kyle. Maybe I should make a video like that then. But I haven't seen very niche things. What is the best ED? Let me think. I made a list at some point. The one that immediately comes to mind is the Madoka Magica one.
This is propaganda to try and make me watch it, chat. Don't listen to
No,
him.
it's not even. It's got to be the Madoka one. What else is there? Let's see.
There's
a list I have. Yeah, nothing else is coming to mind. All right, we're almost done. Let's keep going. What are you even singing? It better not be the Dragon Ball ED.
Journey to get there instead of wondering, oh, where is this going? What's his favorite ED? Oh, just get to it already. I think the use of that with just having the thumbnail like that and then my favorite anime ED, I think that was really great on the marketing perspective. You know, I hate to say
this is why the author is dead, Elite, right?
But like, you know, when it comes to YouTube and stuff, I think the title and thumbnail are so critical that it's. I hate how critical it is personally. But I think in this instance, it actually really helped the video itself because in a vacuum, this video it would be kind of like, all right, just get to the ED. All right, what's your favorite, whatever. But I really like it's kind of like a nice journey through it, and where you kind of know where it is at the end, but like getting there is interesting. I don't know. I thought that was really neat, and it didn't take too long, and I like the various ruminations and observations and things like that. Yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it. I know the Hazel.
Pretty good. That's not bad.
I'm the best. He just said I was the best.
Yep, and then he watched your other videos as well, so that means he's a big fan. He's never watched one of my videos, so yeah. One day though, I'm sure.
Yeah, when I'm rich and famous,
well,
maybe I'll filter around some success to
true, when you get to 10K subs, right? You're almost there. Let's have a look.
9.09.
It's not bad. Let's see. 841K views on the Griffith video.
400 on the next one. My goodness.
True, Black Lagoon. I can watch that soon. Five Eternia says, how many subscribers and viewer counts do you think that would be sufficient to sustain a person doing YouTube full time? Because I couldn't imagine doing the 3-hour essays I see without being full time. I mean, my answer would be maybe if you supplement stuff with Patreon or like YouTube members or something. If I got 100k views a month, I think that would be like very low like sustainability. Like I'd be on like minimum wage, but I think that would be just like reasonably okay. What do you think, Kyle?
I have no idea.
Like I'm just trying to think, like 100k video would get you like, actually no, that can't be right. That can't get me. That's not enough to survive, because 100k video would be what, like 200 USD or something, I think.
So I've made like $1,500 from that Griffith video, I think. And what's that? 800.
Maybe. Yeah.
So I don't know. Do the math or something.
All right, let's see.
I don't fuck it.
I don't know. The answer is a lot. Probably more than
Patreon should be more
100,000
important,
a month.
I think.
Like subs don't matter at all. I think it's purely just viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah. The best is the Hare Hare Yukai. That sounds very familiar. What is that? Hare Hare Yukai. Oh, it's something I've never seen. It's that Heath's anime that he has as his Twitter digest
ROE
thing.
Susamiya, Elite RE.
Right. Yeah, the one you always. Yeah, I always see it and I'm like, Heath, is that one? And then he tells me the name, or even Puni Barbara, I think, tells me the name, and I never remember it. This Shapes guy says ruminations a lot. Have you ever noticed that?
I say, you ever noticed that a lot? You ever noticed that?
No. I say anyway a lot. Have you noticed that? But I'm cutting it out.
Anyway.
I'm never going to say it again. Anyway. So 100k subs and 100k viewers is reasonable, huh? I mean, 100k... Well, you know what? Now that I've thought about it more, you probably need more than 100k viewers, right? Maybe like 400k to 500k, then you'll be good. I'm trying to figure out how many video essays and analysis people are basically on life support or minimum wage from their video habit, lol. What do you think, Kyle? How many, like...
Probably not many.
Who are ones that you think are full-time, like, for anime specifically?
Who is full-time?
For video essays,
a lot of them,
like...
I think.
Well, okay, totally not Mark. It's all the really big guys, but are there any, like, medium-sized, like, full-time anime YouTubers, you think?
Yeah, I feel like there's a fella that I used to watch make gaming videos called Square Eye Jack Aliari. He's the Australian YouTuber. He's been doing it full-time forever, and I think he has, like, 50k subs now.
Oh, wow.
How many's he got?
58k. What does he get? Where does he get his money from, I wonder? Oh,
I'm sure there's some Patreon.
480 a month on Patreon alone. That's pretty good.
He has some very popular ones and then some not so popular ones.
Let's have a look. Oh my god, that zoomed in.
That's what I had.
72k a month. Yeah, 72k a month. It's interesting. Not bad. That could be us, Kyle. Just gotta become Mushoku Tensei YouTubers.
Yes. Yes. Now, Leader,
All
it's
right.
time to look up Big Joel and Destiny.
Oh, yeah?
I wonder if it ever made it to YouTube. This is all self-defense stuff, by the way.
What is this thumbnail? Oh my god. Explaining my moral system to Big Joel, lefty debate. Well.
Yeah, and then he just laughs at Destiny the whole time. He goes, oh yeah? You want to kill somebody?
The reason why...
Let's watch the intro, right? That's all we're watching.
Yes, this is the only part we need to watch.
All right.
The reation why taxes suck, or why a libertarian, I guess, might feel like taxes are theft, is because you only see one part of that exchange. I work, and then the government steals.
That's what he would do the whole time.
God.
What people don't see is the only reason why you were able to earn that money in the first place is because of taxes that had already been paid. So whether we're talking about basic shit and obvious shit like roads and schools, or whether we're talking about more abstract stuff like a military to defend your country, or larger bodies that organize trade between other countries, right? Like the only reason you're enabled to even earn any money in the first place is because of what your tax dollars have already gone towards paying for. So that's why I'm in favor of things like taxation. Like it's not just you getting robbed by the government, you're paying the government for a service that it provides you, but it's really easy to see the tax dollars you lose, and it's really hard to see the benefit the government provides.
All right.
He wasn't even in it.
Looks like Destiny showed up right in Big Joel's feed. Is that like a reference? I don't understand.
Oh yeah, that used to be the outro for Destiny's videos. Make sure this to subscribe so it shows up right in your feed. That's like that's a girl's name. Oh, that's too old for Elite RE2.
That got banned, right?
It's like, yeah, because it was terrible, and
Our
he
house
just
was
started
robbed when
banning
I
the
was
other one.
young. It was scary to come home and see everything flipped and the dog's locked in a closet. Later, I don't know why that's so funny. Later we noticed not much was missing. I realized we didn't have much worth stealing, so that was sad in different ways. Okay. Why would you
That's
comment
why you
on
should kill a
this?
thief.
All right. Fair. Well, what is this video about? Taxes? Not is he arguing that taxes shouldn't exist? How does the society?
Well, no,
work
that
like
was like a example of like why, I don't know, it's not theft, and you benefit
Oh,
from
it's just about
something
if it's
being like
theft.
unsaid, just like
It's like
the
how if
unsaid
ad
rule
blocker
that.
is like theft.
No, I don't think so. He's just
Oh,
saying
okay.
that it's like an unsaid rule in society that if you steal shit, you'll get killed,
Mm.
and we all benefit from that unsaid rule.
Uh-huh.
We didn't see any of it, Alito. We were supposed to skip to the big part in the middle that was the most viewed.
The reason why.
God, he's bad at streaming.
To not kill when your life is not in danger. Yes,
Okay,
that is what I think.
Sure. Well, we're not talking about not killing when your life isn't. We're talking about watching somebody steal your shit. We're talking about watching
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
steal things.
I'm
from you.
saying in almost every case where your life is not in danger, you have a moral responsibility to not kill. That's what I would normally think. Yeah.
Okay.
That's like
I
the
guess that's
opposite of
I
Destiny.
guess that's it. Do you have anything you want to say?
No, I can't think of anything else. Do you have anything else?
Wait. Oh, okay. I guess that sorry, I was looking for 10 seconds here.
No, you're good.
Uh,
Well, that wasn't even good.
That was just the conclusion of their argument. That's great.
No, I think they go on for a little while more. And then Destiny gets mad after the fact. And then he went on Twitter right afterwards, and Destiny doesn't like that one.
That's good to hear. I'm glad they're enemies because, I mean, I was going to say I'm glad because, you know, the Black Mirror thing, but I feel like Destiny also doesn't like Black Mirror, so I don't like him either. Okay. Who is Big Joel and why are you reacting to him? Well, go ahead, Kyle.
Big bread tuber with like 600,000 subscribers or something. He's super duper famous.
Hey everybody.
And he makes videos.
Yep. And my interaction with him is that he made a video about, yeah, this one, Black Mirror, still bad. And obviously I'm one of the biggest Black Mirror fans out there. I absolutely love it. So he annoyed me with this video and we watched it once.
What's his most popular one, Alito? I don't know.
Let's have a look. Bad film theories.
Oh, bad film theories. I
Probably
never
Jordan
watched that
Peterson.
one, but look at that thumbnail.
I mean, yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Alito, he doesn't like film theory enough for me to advocate for us watching that video right now.
No, I've never watched a film theory thing, I think.
Oh my god, did you see that I put the Barbie video in the YouTube thingy?
Oh yeah, we're gonna watch it. Is it like 2 hours long?
I don't know,
It's
dog.
the initially. Oh no, I can't defend when she's doing acting, even though I think it's actually not too bad. I'll cringe and get secondhand cringe, and then be defensive.
Mhm.
I thought it was like 50 minutes long. It's only 31 minutes, Leary. Now, chat, for context here, once upon a time, I watched this video on stream, gave it Video of the Year contender. I think it was number 3 or number 4 on top 10 videos of 2023. That was last year. And then Alito Reed would always say, whenever I would bring it up, gosh, that video was terrible. My name is Alito Reed. So now we're going to argue about it. Are you invested, chat, or should we do something else? Put a poll in, chat, Alito Reed. Oh, you can't do that on YouTube.
I mean, I
Embarrassing.
can. Yeah, I'll do it right now. All right.
Oh, no.
Start.
Chat, you better vote for yes. It'll be funny, even though I know you don't want to.
Should we watch the Barbie video? I don't know how to spell Barbie. Oh no, it's right there. Yes. No. All right, go ahead.
Why don't
chat.
we have bread tube questions in chat, Alito Reed?
Well,
Puna Baba
someone...
says.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my goodness.
If you wanna
Yes,
read
chat.
it.
Yes. Puna Baba was asking. Wait, no. Now the shitty poll is in the way. I thought BreadTube was dead. I mean, I guess I don't know. And then Saturnius, just remember what I said, but now I'm not under pressure. I can't say it, Leori, because it's not a 5. You loser. Says, what even is BreadTube? How are they different than any other YouTubers? BreadTube is what we call lefty YouTubers, right, Leori? They've never formally or posed in a photo and said, "We're BreadTube and we're coming to fuck you up." And I think they all immediately, when the term was brought up, said that they hated it and didn't want to be a part of it, but they're part of it.
My exposure is that I had never heard of it until Kyle Entertainment started talking about it, and I was like, oh, okay. And I don't think there would be very few BreadTube videos that I've ever thought were decent. I don't.
They're all great. They're literally all great. I love them all.
Maybe I don't know. Is
all of Cody
ContraPoints
Chanel
one of
videos?
them?
BreadTube. ContraPoints would be the biggest BreadTuber.
Yeah,
Big
I don't
Joel
like
would be in
ContraPoints
there.
videos. Yeah, big gold laser.
Philosophy Tube would be in there, but
We
Philosophy
tried
Tube
to
is
watch
bad.
one of those videos. They were really not good. The AI one.
There's other big ones. H Bomber Guy would be in that category.
Yeah, I made that bad Ruby video. True.
Lindsay Ellis.
Never seen one of those.
Oh my
Wait,
God, you
did she
break
make a
Paul
Doctor Who
Miller's heart.
video?
I don't know, maybe.
If she
Everybody
did, it
loves
was
this
really
shit.
bad. But yeah.
I'm a bread tuber elite RE. Did you see my Mad Men video? It was about sexism.
No, I haven't. Yeah, maybe that will change my. That'll flip me on you. I'll be like, you know what? I don't like.
Please
it
don't watch that video.
I will when I watch Mad Men one day.
Oh my goodness, you'll make me pass out. Wait, what happened to the poll?
You're not gonna be happy, Kyle.
Kill yourself, chat.
75% said no, Barbie.
We can still do it anyway, leader. We don't have to actually listen to him.
No, that's we can't. We gotta obey the chat, you know. But also,
It's
I don't
4
even know.
votes.
I don't know what I like even disliked about this. It's probably the.
Yeah, that's what we were going to discover.
You know what? I probably would know what it is in the first 2 minutes if we watched it. So let's watch the first 2 minutes, all right, guys? Hang in there.
Oh, fuck you,
and
chat.
then I'll read the chat. But 2 minutes.
Can't believe Carl didn't mention Vosh.
Oh, that's.
I guess Vosh is
Well,
kind
he
of a
doesn't
bread
make
tuber
scripted
too.
videos, right?
No. Well, it's just a response to the skeptics, leader. You remember the skeptics? You were big in YouTube.
Oh yeah, I like
then.
the skeptics, right? They're like skeptical of things, like me and Mappa. Isn't that?
They're
am I a skeptic?
they're evil, leader. They're all Nazis.
Oh, okay. No,
They were a
that's
thing
not
for a
me.
little while, and they took over YouTube.
Wait, is this like Jordan
And then we-
Peterson and like H3, H3?
Well,
like all those
no,
people?
that's like at the end of that. It's like the Sargon of Akkad and the Armored Skeptic,
He
famous.
was like a H3
fella.
guy, yeah, and like the
Shoe on
British
head.
guy, the
Yes, that's
you
a
know
British
the
guy.
No, he made like grade A under A. That's what I'm thinking of. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
he was kind of a part of that, I think.
All right, perfect.
But yeah. So it was when the pendulum swung back the other way. Now the lefties had to have a group when they were on top for a little while. And now we're sort of, I don't know where we're going now. They're both still
on Mr.
kind of
Beast's
popular, but in
YouTube
their own
now.
pockets. And well, what did you say, Leader E?
Mr. Beast. He's the owner of YouTube now.
No, PewDiePie existed when these people. Well, he was kind of connected to the skeptics, huh?
Mm-hmm. All right, 2
Remember
minutes.
John Tron? My goodness.
Oh yeah, he was a H3 like friend as well. Crazy how H3 is at the core of all these channels. Crazy.
H3 might have been considered a skeptic at some point. I don't even know.
Yeah.
More a
Dog.
commentary channel leader.
All right, I want to watch his sketch.
That's
Right,
an eclectic group.
2 minutes.
I don't know, dog.
Oh my god.
I know I'm supposed to be excited about Barbie, but I'm just not. I used to love playing with Barbies. I wouldn't even let my parents give away.
I guess for context, I haven't seen Barbie either, so maybe if you've seen Barbie,
Me
it like,
neither.
changes everything, and it's actually a really good video. But yeah, neither of us have
It's
seen
a
it.
red tube video. It's not actually about the subject.
True.
moved last year. And Doc, you know as well as anyone that I'm the biggest fan of the BCU. I watched Barbie. And
Look,
Elite
Elite RE. There's a Ken doll in there because she's single, and this is funny about that.
I know all the lyrics to "I'm a Girl Like You." I just don't know what's wrong with me.
Why didn't Elite RE laugh, chat?
I thought wearing pink and going to the Cineplex with my friends and screaming along with my fellow millennials would cure me, but I can't shake this feeling. You gotta help me, Doc. I think I might be cynical about Barbie.
That was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
Elite RE, they used to be real bad. Actually, she only did a real bad one in one video.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it was fine.
She filmed it in public a little bit, and you could tell it was that little I'm nervous, but I
Oh,
did
I
it
don't
anyway,
like
and I
that.
don't want to retake it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
terrible. I would never do that.
I want a camera and a sound guy, Elite RE. You can be one of them.
What's the camera guy gonna like? You mean like what's he gonna shoot? Like
I don't
you?
know. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna be famous.
Oh, you're gonna have your face in videos? That'd be great.
Oh my god, no more editing, just like her. There's a
Yeah.
little bit of editing in this video.
People love Barbie. Like, really love Barbie.
True.
And I get it. The movie is fun. It's hot pink. It's got innovative
Oh, the
sets,
movie.
fun costumes, pretty hilarious jokes, a stacked and diverse cast who delivered some amazing performances, a really great score and highly choreographed musical numbers, a self-reflexive message about Barbie's complicated role in pop culture, a beloved woman director, and best of all, it's for girls. It's for girls. Well, actually, it's for women. It's for fully grown women. But still, it's for girls. And we love that, especially since every movie that comes out these days is some gun-pilled action film with rich guys in spandex, whereas the Barbie movie, it's pink. Of course people love Barbie. But people love Barbie so much that it's become a bit immune to criticism. Like, when I posted an update on my community page vaguely insinuating that I was Barbie critical, saying, we're talking about this next.
See, I don't have any issue yet, so I'm curious when my issues start.
Perfect.
Right? I'll let you
What a
know. I'll be
video.
like, Kyle, This is where my issue starts, right?
The response was largely, if you have a negative opinion about this movie, I'm unsubscribing. It's a little hyperbolic, but someone did actually say that. The other responses were more like, people panicking. Good ugh? Why the ugh? You did not like it? People getting annoyed? Your take already sounds contrarian. Cool, but I am in no mood for pick-me-girl contrarian.
True.
So I may or may not finish
Based. We
watching the
love
video depending on the
contrarians.
take. People worrying I'd make a video about feminism. I swear to God, if it's about the superficial feminism, every single female piece of media has to be torn to shreds and the rest is fine because it's what's expected. People worrying I'd make a video about capitalism. Don't think I want another, I don't care if you make a great movie, have passion towards making it, put in a meticulous amount of attention to detail in every aspect, and treat that film with the respect and care it deserves. It's still a toy commercial. Because that is the most banal and useless
True, I agree with this
criticism
person.
of all time. In all seriousness, I hope
Well,
this
that's what
video
she's
isn't
gonna
just
do,
feeling
Elite,
bad
right?
because
I sure
capitalism.
hope not.
And people, for the most part, being like, just chill. Just a fun, great movie. People are real defensive about the Barbie movie, which today seems like it should be shocking, but it really isn't. For one, the movie, in all its she's everything and he's just Ken glory, became the inevitable punching bag of right-wing grifters like Piers Morgan, Ben Shapiro, and Ted Cruz, whose media literacy extends no further than their own strawman politics. They said the
All right, we already get into that territory where I'm like, I don't know. That's quite a quick thing to rush over there to take down 3 people and not go over like their actual media takes, I guess. I don't know. Let's keep going. All right.
But
movie was portraying Barbie.
they're bad guys, Leo. You
That's
gotta
why I don't.
understand.
I guess I don't like that. I talked about this in the Lee Cree interview thing as well. It's like a was it the Lee Cree thing? I don't know. It's like talking about things where you are clearly talking to an inside audience where it only works for that audience. It bothers me. It makes me cringe. Where I'm like, oh, like you assume they're bad. Like you have to assume they're bad guys to enjoy the video. You know, it's stuff like that bothers me. And the reference to the Lee Cree thing is that they were talking about how they assume, you know, that the Mappa thing is going to happen and it's going to be bad. And at the beginning of the interview, they're like, oh, when the big event happens, and they don't reference what the big event is. And it's like, you meant to know what it is already because you're like an insider watching the thing. And I'm like, oh, I don't like it. Anyway.
The vibe I got, because I watched the stream where you talked about that, the vibe I got is that they were trying to do a little funny joke between them, not necessarily an audience thing. And that was even more cringe.
That's probably an element of it as well, yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Fuck, I was going to say something before. You brought up this silly anime nonsense. We're talking about real shit now, Leadery.
Yep, Ben Shapiro.
Yeah. The BreadTube does that shit a lot, where it's like these guys and their stupid thing. And she did 2 things that would piss me off, Leo. She used the grifter word, which I hate. Preston made me hate that video because that's all he ever says when he talks about exactly how she just talked about it. Everybody that's right wing is a grifter, and it's the worst. There's probably like 0 grifters ever, right, Alita? We agree on that.
Wait, what is isn't a grifter someone who makes money but they don't believe in it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like there's a lot of grifters, surely. Like people who
I feel like there's nobody is like they might play it up, but I feel like there's never been like it's come out and they're like, oh no, I'm actually completely the opposite on everything. I feel like that's never actually happened.
I'm sure it's happened.
You're a bitch ass.
Yeah, true.
And she said the media literacy stuff, Leadery. Sound like Jockey Bacon out here. I'm fuming.
True.
But I still like the video, Leadery. So
yeah, let's keep going. Now I'm in. All right, 3 minutes in. Let's keep going.
Universe where men are relegated to second-class status was an assault on men, obviously failing to see the wider message in the film, which we have to spoon-feed the boys every once in a while. The patriarchy hurts everyone.
I love the mild sexism, Leadery. It's actually great, and I do like it.
I don't know if I missed it. Like talking about
towards the boys, where she's like, "Oh, we have to spoon feed the boys sometimes because they're fucking stupid."
Yeah, but I don't know what level of irony she's operating on here. I have no idea. Maybe if you know her as like a creator, you can understand. Like, I don't know if she's making fun of the people who were saying that. I don't know if she's saying it unironically or she's trying to say it like midway through where you don't actually know what it is because then she can get away with it. Like, I have no idea which level she's operating.
The way I express opinions, Alita, where I say it in a funny manner, but I mean it 1,000,000%.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
So it's natural and fair that people will be quick to defend it from bad faith actors. Someone actually sarcastically said that I should collab with Ben Shapiro into the post, which just chill. The other reason people are so defensive about it is because when the movie was first announced last year, there were some on the internet who accused its director Greta Gerwig of selling out. Gerwig had previously been understood as a darling of the mumblecore movement and director of
All right, Alira, you need some context here. Greta Gerwig made Lady Bird, and they all love Lady Bird, especially on BreadTube. It's about girls. It's made by a girl. But also, there was some backlash against this young lady over here because her movies were very white feminist, and we don't like that because you got to be more diverse.
Right. And what is this mumble thing she just said?
I didn't hear it.
All right, let's go back.
just chill. The other reason people are so defensive about it is because when the movie was first announced last year, there was some on the internet who accused its director Greta Gerwig of selling out. Gerwig had previously been understood as a darling of the mumblecore movement and director of the two
Mumblecore? I don't know what that means.
Mumblecore. Now we got some terms here in these videos, Leroy. You got to keep up with, all right? Mumblecore. Let me try and figure it out. I can't figure it out.
It could be a core.
Look it up,
aesthetic or
Leroy.
something.
Tab over.
I'm not tabbing over. Like,
It's probably a genre movie about mumbling girls who
is.
have attitudes. Oh my god.
It's a subgenre of independent film characterized by naturalistic acting and sometimes improvised dialogue, low budgets, etc., etc. Interesting.
Yeah, like Lady Bird. That's like the one movie I know of Leroy. She made like 3 before Barbie.
Lady Bird is like I one time went to this random website that based recommendations on your Letterboxd, and I put that in like my account, and it told me that Lady Bird is like by far the #1 match for me, as like a thing that I will love. So I have to watch it eventually. But if it's the
Rowie Deschanel has a whole video about it, I think.
Wait, let me Google it.
I
Yeah,
think
Lady Bird.
maybe.
Yeah, that's the one. God. Oh my god, there's so many chat messages, Kyle. There's so many.
You gotta read them, Leroy. Come on now.
So it's a bunch of lefty guys making videos. Why aren't they banned? Lol. I see righty guys being banned all the time. I'm new to American politics, but don't know what's up with that. Well, I don't know.
You love the left.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that, all right? I haven't ever seen Barbie. Why would I want to watch someone react to a video about Barbie? So true. That's what I thought the first time Kyle started watching this video, but here we are also watching it. Honestly, I like Mr. Beast, but only when he is in other people's videos. That is true. He almost certainly is at his best when he's like on a podcast or something or in someone else's video. I agree. He's chill and he's dedicated. Respect to that. True. I have an issue. Why is she holding the mic like that? Oh no, did I miss it? Oh no. So I have a big issue with like millennials or like people who want to appear young and relatable, but they're not holding a little mic. This is fine because it's like a long mic and it's big.
Oh, I like the little mic thing.
I hate it. It's one of the most cringeworthy things I've seen in my life.
Only if girls do it. I just revised my statement.
Okay, that's probably a bit better, but still, it's just like they're trying to be relatable and like quirky, I guess, and I don't. It bothers me. But yeah.
There was actually Rowie Deschanel mic drama one time, Leroy.
Oh no, what happened?
You sound like you're not invested, but when I say that Hassan is involved, you're going to perk up and be very invested.
I'm sure it was very clever and a well thought out criticism. Go ahead.
Rowie Deschanel sometimes rocks the boat a little bit over there on BreadTube, Leroy. She says some things that maybe aren't supposed to be said. One time she did a video about fashion. I know, thrilling, Leroy. You love it. Yeah. And it was about how fast fashion is bad or something, and you shouldn't buy these cheap clothes because it pollutes or something. And that was the argument. And apparently, like, a bunch of lefties like that because it's cheap and stuff. And so the common man, the working poor man can afford it or something. And apparently Hassan was mad about it. And he, like, started a video, got like 2 minutes in, and then made a joke about how she holds the microphone like it's a big black cock, and then clicked off.
Oh, no. That was probably...
And it was so funny because if, like, a right-wing person had done this, I feel like everybody would have destroyed him. But I think she just made a joke about the joke and was like, well, that was a little weird, and then never commented on it again. Like, it was very much clearly like she wants to call him a prick, but like, I don't want to make the fans mad at me. So
yep,
it was a very funny post.
That's
I just remember that when you brought up the microphone thing.
We love Hassan here, don't we, Kyle?
We do.
No, we don't, and I don't want to be associated with him at all. So I'm not even joking about that. I don't.
America
like
does. Okay,
I like Destiny. I'm a big Destiny fan, and I will definitely defend my love of Destiny, but not Hassan.
I definitely won't be defending Destiny at all. I hate him. He's the worst.
Yep.
Let me have my job.
True. Yeah, it's cowardice, lol. Most of these people would be torn to shreds if they were debate said personalities, lol. Oh, perhaps. Well, okay, wait. I think they're saying that if Rowie Deschanel argued against Ben Shapiro and whoever the other Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan, and there was one other.
Then they would be torn to. I mean, probably in a debate, but maybe not because of their ideas. I don't think. Probably just because rhetoric or something, or rhetoric or whatever. Ari discovers lefty smugness. That's probably a good term for it, I guess. Yeah. I
love being smug.
I hate smugness, right? Actually, sometimes I don't mind smugness. I don't know. I don't have a stance on that. I hate how if you don't say lol at the end of every sentence, it sounds like I'm angry now instead of just normal. Lol. True. Sam.
You do have to do that in text a lot.
No, I never say lol. Actually, I do sometimes, but Sam Bankman-Fried is a real grifter. Now, Kyle, do you know who that is?
No, so he wasn't.
No, I think he was like the head of some crypto. No, some bank or some crypto related thing.
Oh,
No.
that's different. I'm talking about politics. I don't care if they didn't know anything about technology or some shit.
But Punya Baba says he had a Google Doc about grifting strategies. That's pretty cool.
Now that's based.
Yeah, that was released in court. Sam Bankman-Fried sounds like the name of an economist. No wonder he was a scam artist. True, we don't like economists here. Wait, what's wrong with economists? What do you have against economists?
Economics is not a real science, Elite RE. I already know the talking point.
I mean, it's probably a. Hey, well, we'll get back to this. Mumblecore is. Oh, look at this. Penny already answered us. Mumblecore is when movies have realistic dialogue where you can't understand what they're saying.
Oh, so you're mumbling through it makes sense, Elite RE. Oh
yeah, and people talk over each other. And subtitles are mandatory. Is that what we're doing now, Kyle? Is this a Mumblecore stream?
No.
Because it's being recorded. Let's see. It's realistic dialogue. They can't understand what we're saying. People talk over each other. There we go. It's perfect. And then Prolapse King says, watch Sam Hyde, $1 Million Extreme. I don't know what that... I know Sam Hyde is the Hassan Piker. I'm going to kill you. Like that one. I just don't know anything else.
$1 Million Extreme is his show. He originally got famous on Elite RE and then it got cancelled because he didn't say he wasn't a Nazi. On an interview with a reporter one time, and then it got cancelled.
All right. Well,
I think.
There we go. Let's watch a little more of this video until I give up.
The other reason people are so defensive about it is because when the movie was first announced last year, there were some on the internet who accused its director Greta Gerwig of selling out. Gerwig had previously been understood as a darling of the Mumblecore movement, and director of the two character-forward dramas, Lady Bird and Little Women, so people were confused that she would ever sign on to such a big-budget corporate project like this. Except her agent quickly stamped out this criticism when they told The New Yorker that Gerwig's ambition is not to be the biggest woman director, but a big studio director. Since other indie darling directors like Taika Waititi, for example, have worked with corporate franchises before, the disproportionate vitriol against Gerwig seemed misogynistic. And it's true, she definitely receives more criticism as a whole from the—
Do you think it's important to put any, like, evidence here of, like, people tweeting things or saying things or, like, Reddit posts or something like that? I don't know. It might not be, because maybe it is, like, so...
Because I'm pretty confident it probably happened.
Okay.
But I guess you can go far with, I'm pretty confident that probably happened.
Mm-hmm. It's probably...
Like,
it's
she had
like
them before when it was under her post. Yeah. What do you say, Leroy?
It's not like a central thing to her videos. I don't think it's that important. Unless it ends up being important, you know.
But I feel like this is where it starts to lose you because it's talking about like making studio movies kind of being bad.
Yeah, that would be
pretty...
Like,
I love Marvel. I'm Elite RE.
I do love Marvel, true. Oh, except I only like the good Marvel movies. And the A24 movies, they're great. But they're not even a studio, so I guess that makes sense.
Marvel's evil and it's corporate and it's swallowing the movie industry and therefore indie is good and Marvel is bad. Star Wars is bad too.
AI is good because it gives people the power to make their own movies individualistically. So we love AI now, right?
All right? Oh no, all of the bread tubers I respect are going to melt against the AI arguments, aren't they, Leary? I feel like I've seen Brody Chanel do it.
What is actually the, like, what is their argument against AI? I feel like it gives people
It takes
power,
jobs,
right?
could be one.
Well, I think that feels pretty bad to me, but yeah.
I feel like there's also just the general, this isn't real art thing.
Okay, that's also a pretty bad argument, I think.
Oh, there are, because I know she at the back end of like 2 of her videos, I remember her making like one-off comments about it, but I can't remember like the specifics.
Oh, it could just be the stolen, like it steals people's work.
Oh, absolutely, that's it. Yeah,
I think that's that's a pretty dumb one, I guess.
Because it would be regarding the strikes and stuff, and it would be about how the strikes are good because people want to be paid for their stuff, and then AI is stealing their stuff, and it would have been tied into that.
Yeah. Okay, that's probably the most respectable of all those arguments, I guess. Like you could do a legitimate debate, I guess, about if it's stealing stuff. Okay. Anyway.
Public than any male director, and much fewer people raise this critique against YTT or her partner Noah Baumbach, who co-wrote Barbie. You didn't see anyone haranguing Christopher Nolan when he made Batman Begins, but because
Is that true? Do you think there was no one... what did she say? Haranguing? I don't even know what that word means, but...
It means harassing, obviously, Leroy. Come on.
None of the Batman fans harassed Christopher Nolan, you think? I don't know.
Well, the a bigger point that you could have brought up was that the internet didn't really like exist the way it does now, so it would have been harder to track.
Yeah,
But yeah,
maybe.
probably because people were probably less, because of the lack of internet, less up to date with it.
Very true. Well thought out, Kyle.
Gerwig is a woman, we're all sharpening our
Yeah, you
pitchforks.
know, it'd
Man
be
directors
great.
Oh no, wait, it's because he's a man and she's a woman. That makes sense. Okay, let's keep going.
and much fewer people raised this critique against YTT or her partner Noah Baumbach, who co-wrote Barbie. You didn't see anyone haranguing Christopher Nolan when he made Batman Begins, but because Gerwig is a woman, we're all sharpening our pitchforks. Man directors do not get forked. But in a similar fashion to YTT, Gerwig's artistic stroke on the Barbie movie was widely anticipated and eventually lauded by critics and audiences alike. Gerwig has already proven that she can write nuanced, artful films about women, they
Oh my
say.
god, Letterboxd. That's crazy. I didn't know they had like press and people who like interview people.
Have you not seen the Letterboxd YouTube channel where they make an actor go in and choose out movies?
No.
Oh my
Is
goodness.
that really a thing?
Willem Dafoe did one. Just look up Letterboxd. It'll be the first thing that comes up, I think.
They have terrible thumbnails, but
Do you use popular? That none of this is it. No,
This
it
guy's,
must
like,
be on a
famous,
different
right?
channel or something.
wait. Oh yeah, this guy's famous
Like,
too.
oh, that's
He's,
Martin Scorsese and Leonardo
yeah,
DiCaprio.
the Inception guy. All right.
Oh, the top one is about Barbie. It's probably the video.
Oh my god, it is. It is. That's great. Oh my god. All right.
So she's actually the perfect person to be signing on to this. Since the 50s, Barbie's been placed on the feminist chopping block at least once a decade for her hypersexual, blonde, waifish, girl boss brand of womanhood. Some may say that she has no place in our current cultural landscape, but Gerwig made sure that this iteration of Barbie would. This movie would feature not only the blonde, waifish woman, but also every woman in a sort of Barbie multiverse. Barbie Land is a place where every single Barbie put out by Mattel, the archival ones and the more diverse ones they've rolled out in recent years, live in harmony. And the stereotypical Barbie, Margot Robbie's Barbie, would be challenged, redeemed, and put to rest as a figure of the past. So actually, the movie does belong in our current feminist climate. People are so happy with Gerwig's artistic flair that Barbie has been touted as the savior of cinema. It came out the same weekend as Christopher Nolan's highly anticipated Oppenheimer biopic, and the two films generated so much hype that Barbenheimer has been a trending topic on Twitter for multiple weeks now. It has its own literal Wikipedia page, and Barbenheimer doesn't even autocorrect in the Google Doc I wrote the script in. That is how big it is. People have been shouting thank yous to the heavens that creative and thoughtful films like Barbie and
Elite Ari, I
Oppenheimer
have a big problem. She uses Google Doc instead of Word.
Wait, did she even say Google Doc? I thought she said Google Blog
Yeah,
or
it didn't-
something.
I could
Wait, we're
set
going
it-
back. We're going back. Wait a minute.
so happy
Elite
with
Ari
Gerwig's
needs to pay
artistic- It
attention, Chad. Anybody else agree?
has its own literal Wikipedia page, and Barbenheimer doesn't even autocorrect in the Google Doc I wrote the script in.
Stupid Elite
I think
Ari,
it's just
so
it's just her
stupid.
accent. I couldn't understand the accent.
She's Canadian.
But you know what? I feel like that's not true. Let me go open up a Google Doc here. Let's have a look.
Oh no, if Elite Ari disproves this, I'm going to be
But
fuming.
I can't even show it on
I'm going to
screen. Wait.
unsubscribe.
Barbenheimer. Wait, no. First, let's misspell something. What's like something I can misspell? Barbie is with a Q. Okay, that's a. It shows an error. Barbenheimer.
Throw a shrimp on the...
Wait, it also unless I spelt it wrong. Wait, how do you? Wait. Let me.
I
look this
don't
up.
know.
Barbenheimer. All right, we'll do it with a capital B. Barbenheimer.
Well, don't most things not autocorrect if they're capitalized?
Okay, so the capitalized letter, it's all good. Let's do it with a lowercase. Barbenheimer. Yeah, Barbenheimer without a capital has the red bar under it. What about we try a nonsense word with a capital? Oh, the nonsense word with a capital. It does have an error bar under it.
My favorite YouTuber pass is the Elite RE test. For
Oh, no.
for
that's wrong.
misinformation.
If you do Barbenheimer with a capital B, but you replace one of the letters with a Q, it doesn't say it. It says it's a nice valid word with no issue. So you know what? I don't know.
Good.
Got some misinformation. It's not really misinformation. She's valid if that was her experience, like I just experienced. It just means that she's not critical in her thought enough, which is a criticism.
All experiences are valid, Elite RE. Come on.
True.
Now.
Some of them are valid, but you know, some of them aren't true. So
That is how big it is. People have been shouting thank yous to the heavens that creative and thoughtful films like Barbie and Oppenheimer are dominating the box office, and not superhero movies. I mean, they didn't even use CGI. Those are real bombs. Barbie and Oppenheimer restored the industry to its natural function of true blue cinema, and not the CGI-laden schlock being funneled into our veins every month. The movies have been saved! Actually, and I'm so sorry to keep using you as an example, someone even wrote a
Now, Elite RE, you might be thinking she's on your side, but she actually just thinks both of those movies are part of the same structure as Marvel, and that's where the movie's good. That's where the video's going.
yeah, up to this point here, all it's done is just boring, I guess. Nothing has really triggered
No,
me to
it's
think it's like a
excellent.
bad video. I don't know. Well, to me, this is
Her
like
delivery is
I
good.
don't care whatsoever about the content of what she's talking about. She said a bunch of like I don't know culture war stuff about stuff I don't care about. A movie I haven't seen, feminism I don't care. Like I don't know. Nothing is
Alidari
impossible at
doesn't
all.
care about feminism, chat. Write that one down.
Not this like internet weird feminism, like yeah, I don't know.
My hope is that the success of Barbie.
Oh what?
Not real feminism, Alidari says.
All right, wait. I mean, if she's actually trying to make a change, she should probably have claims for like sources, right, for the stuff she's saying. I feel like this feminism stuff at the beginning. Either it's not a big part of the video, or I don't know. Maybe she's gonna go more into it. I don't know. Let's see.
Natural function of true blue cinema, and not the CGI-laden schlock being funneled into our veins every month. The movies have been saved! Actually, and I'm so sorry to keep using you as an example, someone even wrote in my community post, my hope is that the success of Barbie and Oppenheimer combined with the strikes will foster a new era of more creative and original films. And see, it's exactly that, which is contributing to this cynical about Barbie sickness that I'm afflicted with.
Oh, is this why?
Yippee! It might be this video.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, this would definitely be why I don't like her. If she talks about AI and strikes and oh no.
Barbie has come out at a very
Oh no, I just remembered when I was watching this. I was like walking down the street and I remember her bringing this up and being like, "Oh no, Kyle's gonna." Anyway, let's keep watching.
tumultuous moment in movie history. If you didn't know, there are strikes happening in Hollywood right now. Basically, the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television
Is that over now, Kyle, or is it still going?
It's over.
Okay, I have no idea. I know part of it is over, but
producers, or AMPTP, which represents most of the major Hollywood studios like Paramount, Sony, Netflix, Disney, and Warner Brothers. Yes, the studio that made Barbie.
Alidari be like, why do they even deserve money?
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I am. I generally was opposed to some of the reasons they were striking. I'm trying to remember if I remember why though. I think it really came down to whether you should be entitled to the career you want personally. And that's like when it comes to like AI replacing them or whatever. Like, should people be entitled to the job they want? Like, just because I want to work as like someone who writes scripts for movies, does that mean that someone else shouldn't be able to create like an AI that replaces me? I don't know. I feel like people shouldn't be entitled to a job. Like, just because you want a job doesn't mean you deserve to be given it by society's rules or whatever. I think that's like the position I had roughly. I don't remember, but
traditional business models in favor of new ones.
I think the lefty response, I can't remember what it is, because I feel like they would be like, yes, you're entitled to the job, but I don't know how the fuck you would justify that.
Well, you'd want, as long as I think you even brought this up, right? Or was it someone in DGG? How you need like as long as there's a good safety net, then you should be all right. Like, as long as society has like, to go back to, then you don't need jobs to be guarded or whatever, because then you can just fall back to that.
Yeah, but it is a union advocating for this. It's not like a legal thing. So obviously a union of writers is going to band together and fight as hard as possible for it. Yeah, and they do have leverage contemporarily, at least for now, because they are needed. You can't just have AI yet write Marvel scripts and it be good.
True.
But they're obviously scared of it happening, so they were like, well, no, you need 17 writers on every episode.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. From their perspective, I think it's completely valid to want to protest it or make it so that there's rules so that, you won't be replaced. But I think I wouldn't support their movement, I guess, generally.
Yeah. Which is obviously what she's doing. The breadtree perspective on that is sort of like they have a million examples and that they've just always grown. I don't want to say grown up with, but it's part of like the zeitgeist of actors getting fucked over or whatever, or lower end actors. A lot of the breadtube video essayists are sort of failed actors, I think.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember if it's Roedy Chanel. I think it's her best friend who is also in the credits. The Hannah girl is like an aspiring actress, and she always has like other aspiring actresses like give sometimes like interviews for videos and stuff like that. So obviously she's like surrounded by it with her like friends and stuff, and they're probably getting fucked over and don't get royalties or whatever the hell. But this is like a massive thing in most entertainment things about exploitation, and especially minority groups and shit like that with like black people in music. Alidari's too old for that famous Destiny debate where Dan argued that black people didn't get fucked over by Jewish whatever the fuck. That was classic. But yeah, so it plays into that narrative where it just sort of follows from that. Again, I don't know about the grounding or whatever the fuck.
All right.
New business models that save them a lot.
Wait, let's go back.
In television producers, or AMPTP, which represents most of the.
Oh, and also it just benefits big companies, which is obviously a thing.
Yeah.
Lefties.
Bad. Yeah, true. Yeah.
like Paramount, Sony, Netflix, Disney, and Warner Brothers, yes, the studio that made Barbie, have upended their traditional business models in favor of new ones. New business models that save them a lot of money on labor costs. Like
Oh, and it's also the
which is
streaming shit, right?
Yeah.
Royalties aren't the
Oh,
same for
boy.
streaming. It sucks. Wrestlers are about that too. When they stopped doing traditional pay-per-views and went onto the WWE network, and then that was sold to different streaming services, their pay-per-view pay rates went down.
Yeah. That, I think, really did bother me, but I feel like someone gave me a good argument against it. Like, my criticism, the thing it doesn't make sense to me about, I don't think that sentence made any sense, but, oh my god, I completely lost my train of thought, Kyle. Oh my god.
You're so stupid, Alita. I just had a brilliant idea that I'll expand upon while you remember. Where
yeah, go
it
ahead.
seems like streaming services and Uber Uber-like apps are sort of funny in the way they've done things, where retroactively a lot of the things that they did initially to become very popular are being like investigated and determined to be illegal. Like I feel like I don't feel like because I watched news lately. There was like a thing. I don't know if it was just in Melbourne or in all of Australia, where like they decided that like Uber's like first 2 years of running in Australia were like completely illegal or something. But they just sort of happened. It became ubiquitous, and now you really can't do anything about it without changing fundamentally how society works. I feel like streaming services with these royalty things are kind of like that too. Now I have no idea, and I don't know shit about fuck. But
yeah, like, the demand for
where it's
streaming
sort
is
of
like
like
so high now that like you can't really go back.
yeah, and it's like
change
it almost seems like it's completely unsustainable in the long term. Like Netflix is trying to figure out how the fuck they can make money by putting ads or raising the prices and getting rid of the sharing thingy and shit like that. Where it's like it's just it is here to stay because society kind of generally has agreed that they want it to stay. And so it's like, oh, if actors go to the wayside and they don't get paid as much, really we don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah.
So it's just like a necessity. Fuck, I just had another example. Oh, it's like the COVID stuff now that like if COVID came back and it was equally as deadly and it was a new thing, I feel like there's no way anybody's ever doing lockdowns ever again. I feel like
yeah,
we've just decided, especially towards the end, that we're not doing that. Maybe in like 50 years. And maybe if it was if like 1 in 4 people that got it died, then we would probably stay inside. But I feel like towards the end, everybody was like, no, we will just like, it's worth it. Like old people dying is worth it for us not to be miserable.
Yeah.
It feels like a trend in these sort of things where it came up in that strike thing, and I did watch that news article where it's like Uber just got in, and because like the more I've learned about sort of legal shit, again I don't know shit about fuck, it's sort of that it takes like years for things to happen, and like for somebody to for like because I think Uber was sued by the taxi companies, and then the government joined in on the suit or something. I don't know. But like obviously the taxi companies are existing, and then this thing called Uber pops up and it starts fucking them, but it's not fucking them too bad, and then 3 years later it's really fucking them, and by then they're like, what the fuck is happening here? And they go get a lawyer, and a lawyer looks into it, and they're like, oh fucking this takes like 2 years, and then they're like, oh fuck, it was illegal, and then they go to court, and then that gets started up for a year, and now Uber's existed for 6 years, and we're not going to get rid of it, and there's like 17 different Uber knockoffs that exist, and it's like, well, I know Uber is banned in like Germany, but I don't think like
it was banned
America
in Vancouver.
Yeah,
which is funny because it came from Vancouver. That's the first place it was in.
Oh, that's very. I bet that's a great internet fact. But...
Yep, I remembered my point, by the way. But I don't know if it makes any sense. Let's get rid of this AI stuff. Kyle probably hasn't seen me stream yet. My grander point was about the royalty thing. How it's like, to me, just because you do work, like creative work towards making a creative piece, like being a writer in a series or a writer in like a movie or something, I don't think I don't think you inherently should get a portion of the perpetual like money that's made from it. Like I don't understand why that should be a thing.
I think generally that's like in contracts to law writers in, right? Like you get paid a set amount, and then you get like 1% of the royalties of the whole thing. I think that's the same with actors, and it's sort of like, oh well, fuck, if this actually succeeds, I could make billions of dollars forever in this, or if it doesn't make any money, then well, I didn't really lose anything.
Yeah. All right, well, that's it. Anyway, let's keep going. Oh, should I read all this chat? Oh my god, what are we up to? Oh, we read the Sam Hyde thing. Can we watch Kevin Leonardo? Ever heard of that person, Kyle?
I don't know that one.
All right. The Venn diagram of people obsessed with Greta Gerwig and misogynists is probably like 5 people on Reddit. Do you think so, Kyle? I feel like there probably is a lot of people on Twitter that. I mean, there's a lot of probably on TikTok. There's a lot of misogyny, so I feel like there'd be massive amount of people on TikTok talking about it.
That's crazy, Alita, because in my head, TikTok is 90% women.
That's crazy. TikTok is very divisive. Like, there's probably a lot of extreme left people and a lot of extreme right people, a lot of people who are establishment, a lot of people anti-establishment. It's very like divisive, in my experience. The Venn, I read that already. Do you think writers today are boring? I rarely see good movies out of Hollywood, which is not already some IP like comic books or novels. This feels like a Kyle entertainment point right here, don't you think, Kyle? Oh my gosh.
Well, it kind of was until the end, where it's like only Marvel movies are good. But that is kind of the point she's getting at here.
I mean, I have no idea because I don't watch. I barely watch any of the movies that come out every year. There's probably how do you define like Hollywood? What does that even mean? Like a movie above a certain budget? I don't know. Honestly, we need to watch movies for good storytelling than just, oh look, it's Leo DiCaprio. True. You know what we need? We need good movies, Kyle, don't you think?
I think good movies are good.
That is true. I agree. Also, top actors make the money they do on movies is absurd. In my opinion, that shouldn't have ever been the case at all. Anything more than 10 mil at most for a multi-year movie is absurd. I don't know. I don't really care. Make as much money as you want. Sure. I don't really care. However, Lee Cree in her video that I barely talked about at the beginning of this stream, she did talk about how the budget for Family Guy is like $2 million an episode. And I was like, Jesus Christ! Like, why does it have such a big budget?
I think when series hit serialization, they just billionaires. Everybody.
Wait, what does that have to do with like Family Guy? Are you saying like the people creating it, like because they're billionaires, they can fund it?
No, like it has unlimited money almost because it'll just get rerun constantly and constantly make money for networks and shit.
Yeah. Yep. Then Heath is back saying, why should the companies who own the properties get the income, but the people who worked on it not get royalties? Well, because the companies are the ones organizing all the labor to produce the product, right? Like, I don't think any individual in a system should get all a portion of what comes out of it. I think the actual organization that's organizing it should. But maybe that's like a very fundamental, like, maybe, is that like the distinction between like capitalism and communism? I have no idea. But I don't know. I feel it's like a very fundamental thing. And then because they invested the initial money to get that thing made into a professional structure in the first place. I don't know about that. I don't know. Maybe. Crazy. Political discourse, Kyle. Isn't this crazy? And then A9, who I have no idea who this is, but they said, yo, sup, man, you look good. Wow, thank you.
They're hitting on you. My goodness.
Yeah. You should see what Kyle looks like. Maybe he'll turn his camera on. Wouldn't that be crazy? Then Heath, final message here. And the people who worked on it invested their effort and talents into making that property profitable. Yeah, but they got compensated. I guess for me, like my immediate go-to is to say, okay, but they signed a contract, like they agreed to the company making the money. But you're saying that if there were no agreements in an ideal world, should the people investing their time and energy make the money, or should the organization bringing all the labor together make the money? That's a good question. I mean, I don't know.
Entirely. I feel like it's much harder because like creative shit or whatever is much harder to attribute value to because it's not always the greatest piece of writing, whatever that means, or the thing that you put the most effort in that becomes the most profitable or becomes the most good. So we were rewarding good, which good luck with defining that in the first place, or profitable, which is easy to define. Then it kind of depends on supply and demand, et cetera, et cetera.
The example I thought of was about how I remember there was a controversy around one of the, I mean, the one I'm going to talk about is a controversy about, I think one of the actors for the dub of the My Hero Academia movie, they complained how they got, I think it was like $200 or something, some ridiculously small amount, for such a successful movie and having a role in that movie. And to me, there's like two lines of thought here. Like the people who are on her side talking about how this is such a successful movie and she's a part of it, she should be making a massive amount of money. And then there's like my side, which is that if she only spent 2 hours working on the movie, doesn't matter how successful the movie is, doesn't matter how big it is, she put 2 hours of effort into it, then $200 seems like a very reasonable amount, you know? But then that would be more on what Heath is saying here, which is that it would depend on the amount of effort they put into it. But then Heath is also saying, I guess, that it depends on effort and success.
Unfounded, though. Yeah.
What do you mean unfounded?
Like, effort is meaningless, right?
Well, it would be number
like
of hours.
If you put 100 hours of effort into building a house and then it falls over because you're completely incompetent, you shouldn't really get paid for your effort.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, well done, Kyle. Good point.
Hard work is always bad and is not valuable in and of itself.
True. That's why AI
we talk about
will take
this
away
in the
all the hard
artistic
work.
sense.
Yeah.
True.
That's
why
great.
saying an author worked hard on something doesn't make it good.
Amen. What was I up to now? Oh, here we go. Puni Baba. Ari, you're now almost 8 minutes into this video. What have you learned so far?
It's not always about learning, Elite Ari. It's about opening conversation.
Yeah, the point is at the end. Like when we get to the end of the video, we'll be like, wow, I feel like it was a valuable experience, you know? And we also talked about it a lot, you know? But in terms of points, I don't think she's made her point yet, but I'm sure she'll get to it. And then Saturnius, as Kyle would say, wouldn't have mattered if you didn't have the money to employ them. Bada bing, bada boom. That's great. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should sit down and ground our positions out one day, Kyle. We can do our first kind of entertainment debate stream about about something like
I
this.
have no idea how to ground anything out.
True. I mean, same. Okay. Jeez, this has turned into a debate in the chat here. Heath, will they do sign contracts that include royalties? True, I agree. If they signed a contract, then they should get it. True. We can go in circles all day long, but only one economic philosophy has been successful in the world at large. True. We love capitalism. True. And Heath says, so smart, bro. And then Saturnia says, of course, bro. Or OFC, does that mean of course?
Fucking course, bro.
Fucking course, bro. Yep. Finny Baba.
But this isn't like communism or anything. It's not capitalism versus communism. It's just like it really doesn't like these are both aspects of capitalism, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Like
but I think
capitalism doesn't mean making money. Like it's like business versus
well,
worker.
I think it's about this is about like the communism idea. I don't know if it's I don't know anything about this stuff, Kyle. You know,
it's a more like if you put it on a spectrum, it's a more communist leading ideal, more
yeah.
socialist leading ideal, I guess. More than
it would be about the structure of like co-ops or something, right? I don't know much about it, but isn't it about like where you have all the workers that are equally, or not equally, but depending on the amount of
it's
work they put in or something is what they get back from it or something. I don't know anything about this. I just know what Destiny tells me, so go argue with Destiny, right? He can defend my position instead. What was I up to? And then Funuaba, I'm pretty libertarian leaning, Ari, but a world where AI does all creative work, normal people are priced out by AI, that seems like a shitty world. Depends what the value of creative work is, right? What if the AI can create work oh Jesus. I agree. AI is going to replace all jobs, obviously. When AI is as good as humans and you can spin up an infinite number of humans that are more capable than the most capable human, obviously AI is going to replace everyone. Now, in the meantime, where AI isn't that good, you're going to have creative work you're going to have the more complicated aspects of it. Like, for instance, CGI or something. Instead of having a team of like 1,000 people employed for CGI creation, you could just have one AI that does it, right? And you're saying that will price the CGI people out of work. Yeah, I agree. I think it will do that.
I mean, this will all just be generational. There will be a generation that's grown up really like where AI writing shit is just normal, and they will laugh at everybody, including us, including everybody in chat, and say, okay, grandpa, we need a real person to write it, just like you would think a real person scribing something instead of something typing it or something is like, it's just completely generational. Everybody's like, oh, this is new, this is scary, this isn't how I've consumed thing. It isn't part of the identity of how I consume things, but it'll be gone when we're gone, and the world will keep turning.
But will those
Unless I
people
fucking
be
blow it
happier
up.
than us? I don't know.
Yeah. You'll be
Uh,
happy and own nothing, Elite Ari. You'll be happy and create nothing.
That's very true.
All right, Elite Ari, I'm pissing. Keep catching up on chat.
All right, I'll get there. I'm the smartass king, don't you hear? With an emoji. Nice use of emoji. Very rare in these chats here. And BRB says sup. Okay, then. What is actually going to happen, Puni Baba, is that people use AI to get an initial structure, then use their creativity to enhance the final product. I don't know. It depends on how far of a scale you're talking about. Like, in the long term, I think AI is just going to do everything. But in the medium term, then yeah, they might use it to help them. Puni Baba says, as someone who knows multiple people who've quit pursuing a professional career in art because of AI, that sounds quite fanciful. I don't even know what to say. Because this all depends on how rapidly AI develops, right? If AI develops very slowly, then we're gonna have creative jobs for a very long time, and like I said, the CGI team might be like downsized, but there's still gonna be a CGI team. But if AI gets good very quickly, then yeah, the CGI team is gonna be replaced, for instance. Yeah, but no one knows how fast it's gonna develop, I guess. This is turning into an AI debate. I can't believe this. Prompt AI to create picture, then draw over it to get your art. They sound like people who quit coding due to AI autocode. In other words, sounds like they made a stupid decision. Oh my god, guys, let's not get angry at each other here, right? I feel like it is perfectly valid to be afraid of the pace of AI that it is currently and think it's going to replace you, and then decide that you want to choose a more sustainable job that will exist regardless of AI. But yeah, I think to me in reality, it's going to depend on, like I said, how fast AI develops. Yeah, and people right now are probably being, I don't even know, but probably being too eager to think that it's going to develop rapidly and quitting their jobs too early. I have no idea. That's what I would think.
Elite Ari, you fundamentally
Jesus.
failed at catching up on chat.
I did. Okay, let me just rapidly go through all this, right? I think they're debating each other at this point, so this is good. I don't know what their exact art creation was in and how much impact AI had, but it doesn't sound like something that applies generally. Punibaba says, I've never really bought into tech positively, to be honest. When you reduce the barrier to entry, you just get more untalented people making more mediocre art. Okay, I completely disagree with that. Again, my CGI example, thank God there's computers. I think a modern Marvel movie looks infinitely better than like any of the original Star Wars movies. I know people disagree. I think those people are pretty dumb. But,
let's beat up Elite Ari, huh?
All right. Is that a bad thing, Puni? Movies better now than when CGI is much more expensive? Not really. I completely disagree. Movies are way better now because of CGI. And Tony says, is more people making music now than ever? And being more artists a bad thing because less percentage of people make good music? Honestly, in my opinion, more people making art equals good, not bad. Okay, we're up to date, Kyle. A lot of opinions.
I hate that all these fucking idiots make YouTube video essays now. It pisses me off, and they all suck.
We love aspiring YouTubers who make video essays. We love video essays. Are we actually gonna finish this?
Chanel.
Are we gonna finish this, Kyle, or is there something better to watch?
We're still having fun right now.
All right. Let's
I'm gonna go flat in like the next 25 minutes or so.
Oh, perfect.
And I gotta get up for work in the morning.
True. All right.
Completely flipped the TV networks on their heads and made it so that writers and actors no longer make residuals on reruns. Actually, they make pennies next to what networks used to pay. Some of the stars of Netflix's Orange is the New Black were on food stamps while that show was running. The studios and streamers have also proposed to replace a lot of writers with generative AI. They're already doing it with illustrators, so why not just throw the whole thing out, I guess, right? Now they're proposing to have background actors, who already make no money, mind you, come in for a day of work and have their likeness replicated by AI, which the studio can then reuse in perpetuity. But the actor won't get residuals for the recycling of their face. They'll get paid for the one day they came into set. There's a lot more, but what you need to know is that it's really, really, really bad.
So automatic. this is what bothers me. Like automatically, you just stated facts, and now they're bad. Like, wait, let me go back unless I missed it.
Yeah, it's kind of just, again, it's the insider thing where it's like, well, everybody that's watching this already agrees that that's bad.
Yeah, I guess that bothers me. Stuff like that. I can't think of an example.
Place a lot of writers with generative AI. They're already doing it with illustrators, so why not just throw the whole thing out, I guess, right? Now they're proposing to have background actors who
Extras typically get work through large casting agencies. At Central Casting, background actors are given a voucher along with their pay stub. On the back, what is a pay stub? Is that just like is that the
like a payroll?
Sheet, yeah. Is that a common term? Pay stub? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I've heard that a million times.
Oh my god! See, it's my lack of experience in the job industry.
I've never gotten a pay stub. That shit's digital, right?
Yeah. Essential casting, background actors are given a voucher along with their pay stub. On the back is a dense page of fine print legalese, which includes an extremely broad release. I hereby revocably grant to production company all rights of every kind and nature to the results and... Okay, let's keep going. I
Already
don't
make
care.
no money, mind you, come in for a day of work and have their likeness replicated by AI, which the studio can then reuse in perpetuity. But the actor won't get residuals for the recycling of their face. They'll get paid for the one day they came into set.
So if you go in, you're an extra, you want to be part of a movie, you go in, you do your, say, was that an audition or something? Yeah, like a casting agency. You don't read the fine print on the back, and then suddenly you're an AI model that they can use forever. Is that what you're saying? You think?
I think that's what they're trying to do. I don't know if this was an example of what's happening or what's going to happen. I assume it's from the article she showed like 3 seconds before.
Yeah. Netflix is getting blasted for using AI art. No, that's not what she's talking about, I don't think.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know. If this is happening and people aren't aware of it, I think that's bad. But I just feel like it's probably not happening. I don't know. That seems kind of crazy to someone not knowingly go into like an audition thing or a casting thing and suddenly they're
Well, I
gonna
don't
be
think
in,
it's
like, a
just a
Netflix
casting thing. I think they would have been used as a background extra for something, and then.
That seems more reasonable. I don't think I'd have a major issue with that.
I think that's what she said.
Yeah, maybe, probably. Like, what? I guess if I don't know, because I have a big thing. I think I've talked about this in the past. I do have an issue with identity. Like, I think identity should definitely be protected, which is my issue with, like, deepfakes and stuff, where deepfakes are bad because the people who are seeing the deepfake don't know if it's real or not. And they could think that the thing they're seeing is you. And that's the issue with deepfakes. So you're having this person, someone else, some random person who made this deepfake, take control of your identity and represent you in a poor way or a way that you're not happy with. Like, that's the issue with that. And I feel like if they're doing that to actors here or extras that go to do something and then they take their identity and use it in ways that they didn't approve of, then that's like a big issue for me.
Yeah, there's well, there's two things I guess that follow from that. Is that what I'm assuming the idea is? It's like, oh, there's a coffee scene, and there's two people drinking coffee in the background, and oh, we'll just copy and paste them in. And it doesn't really matter. Which seems like, okay, that's fine. And even if an actor didn't, like, if there is a big scandal where, like, oh, these actors were all misled and they didn't know that they were opting themselves to do that, then they will just do it the next time and be open about it. And somebody will take, like, the $200 to let that happen.
Yeah.
But I guess if you want to have work, you have to sign up to be in the union, and the union wouldn't let you do that, is probably the idea. So that could get around that. But there is a different thing of, like, if you're standing in a crowd in a background shot and, like, oh, you're like, oh, yeah, this is fine. We're just watching a stage play. But then if you crop that person out and then put them in the Max getting raped scene in Black Sails and they're just like a background person standing there not doing nothing, you could see them maybe being mad about, oh, we were just watching a stage play, but now it looks like I'm just watching a rape and doing nothing.
Yeah.
But also there's a disconnect of, like, obviously the actions of my character do not reflect the actions of my character, of my real life character. But I don't know, that could be something where it's like, oh, I didn't, or you could be like, the studio could make something you think is morally reprehensible or something. And
I guess then all it purely comes down to is this is only an issue, I think, what she's bringing up, if people aren't aware of it and they're signing these contracts like secretly, or they don't read it. I guess even if they don't read it, that's their fault. They should probably read it. Like if it's difficult to understand or read, I guess. Because what's written here in text is very clear. It's like, we use it forever and ever and always, and we get all aspects of your likeness and blah, blah, blah. I think that's pretty clear. So I don't know. Anyway.
I guess that could tie into, like, more like data stealing arguments, where, like, you probably agree to that or whatever when you don't read the terms and conditions for everything ever.
Yeah, but the issue with that is that it's unclear. It's difficult to read it all because it's so long. That's the only issue with it. If it was easy to read, then I would have no issue with it, right?
But I feel like I would still never read it, and neither would 90% of people, and they would still be mad after the fact about being misled. And I feel like companies do probably take advantage of the fact that nobody's going to read it.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Almost certainly.
So I guess there could be a moral argument there, but I don't know. I don't care. I have my data.
True.
And reuse in perpetuity.
But not my art, alright? Don't touch my art. Don't make videos from my videos, alright? How dare you?
But the actor won't get residuals for the recycling of their face. They'll get paid for the one day they came into set. There's a lot more, but what you need to know is that it's really, really, really bad. So the writers union, the WGA, and the actors union, SAG-AFTRA, are striking to let the studios know what the value of their labor is. I'm going to disclaim here that I had to think long and hard about making this video, since SAG-AFTRA, one of the unions striking, cautions non-union influencers from promoting struck material, meaning material made by one of the companies they're striking against. But the thing is, I consider myself more of a
God, the normies are the best.
Wait, you mean the normies, the channel who donated like 3% of their money?
Yes.
Or...
Yes.
was
No, that they had a thing at the beginning of every one of their things about, oh, this is a SAG-related thing. We
True.
shouldn't be reacting to this, but we still are.
That was great. And then there's the other end, Blind Wave, who, God, they just decided we're not doing nothing until we hear back from this company that really is.
Oh my God.
To reply to us in an email.
How do you
'cause
feel?
it's
How do you
ridiculous.
feel about moral pandering like that, Aliari?
Well, no, I don't think Blind Wave is pandering at all. I think that's like a principled position they have, which is that we're gonna follow these people who provide us
That's even
with the
more
media that we-
disgusting to me, I think.
I
just annoys
disagree.
me.
The normies side is more what bothers me, where it's like clearly they know that what they're doing is not what they should be doing, and they're still doing it anyway because they have to like make money. I think that's way more like I don't like that at all. The Blind Wave thing, I understand. It bothers me because I don't agree with the strike, I guess, in general, and that's why I stopped supporting them on Patreon. But I think at least I respect them for they're doing what they believe. Yeah, but don't worry, I'm supporting them now again, so it's all fixed. We're good.
I feel like constantly whenever people make outward moral statements like that aren't sarcastic, I just hate it always.
Sure. I mean,
like at least when Destiny does it, he's like mad.
Yeah. It depends on. I don't know. I think it depends on how
that's
earnest
just
you are
Australian
usually.
disposition.
Like if
Or
Film
if
Buff
you say
did
something earnestly, I hate it.
Yeah.
Don't
maybe.
say things earnestly.
No, I still think it is. It has to do with your reputation. Like if you're an earnest person, then I think I wouldn't cringe at it, but then maybe you would. I don't know.
Yeah, there's probably some people that could get away with that.
All right, I'm glad I convinced you. Mind changed. I win.
But I was cringe when she just did it. But
true.
I've come to expect these things. Okay.
Yeah, it's baked into the model of video, right?
It's part of our appeal.
Yeah.
The snark and the sexism.
The
I like it.
appeal of Broy Deschanel. Are you gonna make a video about it?
No.
That would be
going
cool.
to disclaim here that I had to think long and hard about making this video, since SAG-AFTRA, one of
I
the
already
unions
did like
striking,
3
cautions
times where I said she's the best bread tuber because she embodies all these things, but she actually it makes it entertaining and smart and stuff.
And has acting at the beginning. True.
Like Alidori, shut up. No, everybody in BreadTube has that. See this video over here that says plastic feminism by this one?
Mhm.
I bet that video is terrible. But this is the good version of that.
How can it
video.
be terrible?
And I
That's
bet
1.2 million views.
Shut up, Alidori. This one I bet has like 7 million views.
Yeah, very close.
non-union influencers from promoting struck material, meaning material made by one of the companies they're striking against. But the thing is, I consider myself more of a film critic than an influencer, and film critics are exempt from these guidelines. And since I don't get paid by these studios, and thus my striking wouldn't have a material impact on them whatsoever, actually I'm constantly at war with Warner Brothers, who constantly try to make money off my work, I've decided instead to show my support for the strike.
Wait, what is there like some law here?
Like copyright is what she's talking about, right?
Oh.
Like
okay.
they try to claim
I
the
understand.
videos.
I know.
Yeah.
And she doesn't agree with that?
Probably not.
Okay, that's interesting.
Different way. I want to use my platform to raise some awareness about the strike within the context of a film which probably made Warner Brothers a few $100,000 in the time it took me to tell you this. Writers and actors are out of work, studios are hemorrhaging money by the day, but they refuse to budge. The AMPTP actually said verbatim that the end game is to allow things to drag on until union members
Wait, what is that? Is the AMPTP, is that the striking people?
I don't know.
Anyway, let's keep
start
going.
losing their apartments and losing their houses, saying it's a cruel but necessary.
Oh no, so that's the people against the striking people. Okay.
Yeah, evil is a good word for it. So things
I
are
was gonna say that's a weird thing.
very,
with the
very, very
striking
bad right now
people,
with the film industry. Potentially the worst they've ever been. So the idea that corporate edgy Barbie, which is fattening Warner Brothers' pockets right now, is going to change the course of cinema or change the realities of workers in the industry is straight up far-fetched. The movie industry has always been profit-driven.
So what do you think about the overall point, Aliari? Obviously she's right and you're wrong.
What is it? How did I just miss it? Is the point?
Well,
that,
the fact that her audience full of lefty people who are supposed to embody sort of these workers' rights stuff is like championing this movie that was made by Warner Brothers, making Warner Brothers a lot of movies so they can go after these strike people. It's probably not very principled, and they just got caught up in the at least it's not a superhero thing. We don't like superhero movies. We like indie good movies thing.
Okay, so I think I agree with her in that those people are dumb. I think I also think that anyone who really cares about this issue is pretty dumb. So I don't know. I don't.
Oh,
really...
if you even care, you're dumb. I've never seen this
Yeah.
from a reaction person.
Yep, that's me. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. This isn't something I'm passionate about, so I don't really care. That would be my position. So there we go. What do you think, Kyle?
Cowardly. Embarrassing, frankly.
Go ahead. Now's your time. Stake out your position. Whose side are you on?
What do I think?
Mm-hmm.
She's probably right about that hypocrisy thing, huh?
Yes, but it's like you're calling a mob of people who have no brain like hypocrites. It's like they're not.
But that's what we
care.
always
Like,
do. Twitter pisses
I don't
you
think
off
she-
enough
you know
to
what,
make a
Kyle?
video because they just don't understand. They're not listening to you. They've
I don't-
never
I
listened
don't-
to you.
no.
This is embodied in their lack of thingy. Destiny does this all the time.
You know what, Kyle? Barbie didn't make a difference, and I don't think this video is going to make any difference whatsoever. So I think they're both making money. They're both doing
I don't give a
nothing.
fuck about making a difference.
But she does, right? So I don't know.
I don't know. I think it was just to
Who's the
clear her
real
name.
hypocrite, Kyle?
Not me.
That's true.
But these strikes are the culmination of a decade-long tirade among the Hollywood majors to secure the bottom line at whatever cost. And the cost is a collapse not only in the material conditions for people who work in the industry, but also in the types of films we're seeing on the big screen. Remember the whole no one harangued Christopher...
Was that like an ad or something? What was it like?
No, it was a cool fade out because we're going into the next section of the video. You fucking idiot.
All right,
for
interesting.
people who work in the industry.
Oh,
but
I'm
also
sorry,
the types-
Alita. This video isn't 3 minutes long, so it has parts. You ever heard of that?
Oh yeah, true. When I make my long video, I'll put a random blank pause in the middle. That'd be great.
The
All
films
right.
we're seeing on the big screen.
I've done that a million times.
Remember the whole
It's not like it. She didn't transition like positions or like aesthetics or anything. It's just like blank screen.
secure the bottom line at whatever cost.
I've literally
And the
done that
cost is a
exactly
collapse,
before.
not
Yeah, but you don't show
Also,
yourself
it
on
probably was
screen.
for an ad.
All right.
only in the material conditions for people who work in the industry, but also in the types of films we're seeing on the big screen.
Oh, this is
Remember
going to
the
be
whole-
about the studios like paying like for too many screens so other people can't screen stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No one harangued Christopher Nolan when he made Batman Begins argument. Okay, here's my thing. Batman Begins came out in 2005. Barbie
Is she gonna make your argument about the internet or whatever? Oh my god, that'd be crazy.
came out now, and now is the culmination of a full decade of Hollywood reboots, remakes, sequels,
Oh.
prequels, and spin-offs. Like, these were the trailers I played before Barbie. The Marvels, Trolls 2, Hunger Games the prequel, Blue Beetle, a DC movie if anyone cares, and Wonka. Every single movie was a big budget movie made from existing IP. So yeah, now is a
Wait, this is gonna be crazy. Oh wait, no, it's not gonna be crazy. Never mind.
time where this is all the theaters will play. Now is when almost every high-grossing movie is capitalizing on our arrested adolescents, dragging out 90.
Oh, and this is just going to be a general
marketing it for
capitalism
adults.
aren't mixing good thing where it's like, oh, you can only get the money if you're going to make the money back by existing IP, and that's lazy and not creative.
Yeah, I love sequel movies, Kyle. They're great.
I know.
Harry Potter 2,
you,
Harry Potter 3, Harry Potter 4, Harry Potter 5, Harry Potter 6, Harry Potter 7, Harry Potter 8. They were all great.
well, 2 and 3 weren't so great, but the rest of them were.
Star Wars Episode
Oh,
4,
none of these
5,
were pretty-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Rogue One, A Solo A Star Wars Story. They were all great. I love them all. I think that's
Now
enough.
is when the
I proved my point.
studios are trying their absolute best to erase the humanity of their workforces to protect that precious bottom line. I am a broken record at this point, but I think nothing will ever change if we ignore that now is absolutely unfathomably depressing. I don't think it's
Is that
necessarily
true, Kyle? Is it unfathomably
Yeah,
depressing?
yeah.
All right, all
Greta
right.
Gerwig. It's the moment. It's now. I think I would have loved Barbie if it was 2005, but it just isn't. And to be honest, as one of her loudest defenders, I think it's okay to criticize Gerwig for so passionately aligning herself with the majors at this point in time. Sure, directors need to make money, and the industry has become completely hostile towards anyone wanting to make original, mid-budget, character-forward content. Directors need to survive too, and sure, if you're going to have to work with one of these franchises, at least you can make a more artfully driven and subversive film from within, which is what she seems to be attempting to do here. But Gerwig didn't say that she needed to work with the majors. She said that she wants to. And to me, that's worthy of criticism. And if we're going along the lines of Barbie being artfully driven and subversive, I really don't think the movie proved that the auteur model of filmmaking was enough to subvert the corporate franchise film. I don't think it saved cinema. I think it's part of the problem.
I think it did save cinema, Kyle. I think there's a
Yeah.
before Barbie era and there's an after Barbie era, and it hasn't kicked in yet because Barbie only came out like a year ago. Okay, but I think it'll be remembered. It even won like an Oscar or something, right? I think we're in a different era right now.
Billie Eilish won an Oscar for a song in it.
Exactly, and
Haven't heard of Billie
she changed the music industry, right? It's all coming together.
She did.
The Mattel thing. Anyway, now's a
It's
good
going
time
to be
to
about how
chat.
Mattel is
Hey,
a bad company.
Kyle, why is there not a blank screen here for the nice transition? I assume it must have been an ad.
Because there's
right?
not an ad here. This is building up to good stuff.
Did she like cut it out, or do you think she just has like a pre-baked in part for like a mid-roll or something? Because I know like Mr. Beast cuts out ads after a certain time to like get retention up.
Red Letter Media does this too, Eliaris. You never criticize them for it. You're a misogynist.
I always criticize Red Letter Media, right? They made the worst criticism
you're
of
a
Star
little
Wars
pussy.
movie. I don't like them.
Little bitch.
Okay. Oh, well, I just saw the words the author is confirmed, so now I'm worried. But let's see. What was the what is oh Jesus, what am I up to?
I want 12% Eliari.
Yeah, I'll get through this
Or
quick,
maybe
right?
this is where we're done with this video.
Our movie's better. I read that already. Is more people? No, read that already. Ari, are you an aspiring YouTuber? Absolutely, I am. This is why I respect anyone else who is also an aspiring YouTuber, because they're putting their passion into it. All right, I like it. Making 3-minute videos out there, love it. My plan is to copy your Alt Swift X and Curious Archive style of video editing to basically make Mushoku Tensei theory videos. I would like that. That would be good. I can't
Who's
give a better.
Who's doing that? Who's doing that?
5 Turnius.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Eliari is going to be your first orbiter.
That would be great. Now, what do you mean? I've got I had that one guy who referred to me in one of his Mushoku Tensei videos and was like, this guy, he made, Elite Ari made this great Paul Rudy argument video. And I had considered
I never saw that.
I referred to it once on stream. It was pretty cool. I also wasn't expecting it. I was randomly watching a video about Paul Greyrat and he like mentioned me and I was like, Jesus Christ, that's crazy. The influence I have. Oh my God. And just wait till this season's over, Kyle, and we get
You're
some
an
characters.
influencer,
Oh, it's gonna be
Elite
great. 5Turnia says, I can't think of a better side gig than YouTube. That's probably true, right, Kyle? It's the best one.
No, it sucks. I fucking hate it, but that's besides the point.
What is the point in Mushoku Tensei Theories when the series is already over? It's going to be a sequel and people are hyping it up and everything. I'm sure there's
What?
Yeah, I mean, the story has a complete, conclusive, definitive ending, but the author has said that they're going to eventually do a sequel.
Like Boruto.
I don't know much about Boruto, but maybe, Kyle, maybe. In the modern era, I think Mr. Beast is on point that... Wait, what is Boruto? Now that I'm thinking about it. Is that like an alternate like universe?
No, it's just a sequel series following the kid.
Like, is that Naruto's kid?
Yeah.
He named him Boruto? That's crazy. What is Naruto's dad's name? Does he have a dad?
Minato. That's a spoiler.
Oh, Kai is spoiling me. All right. In the modern era, I think Mr. Beast is on point. That
It's supposed to be Bolt Elite Ari, I think. Like, he's fast. Bolt. Like,
Boltito?
that's where the B comes from.
Boruto? Oh, I understand. Did he know he was fast before he was born?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
But when Boruto is introduced, he's like 11. Because there's a time skip in the last chapter.
I understand. That's crazy. All right. Anyway, Mr. Beast comment here. In the modern era, I think Mr. Beast is on point. That YouTube is going to be around for decades more to come. Oh, I have no idea.
Probably.
Yeah, probably, but also AI, who knows? If AI happens quickly, who knows what'll happen? Because the world...
YouTube is another thing like that Uber and streaming shit where even if like there was some copyright law that decided that all YouTube videos were illegal,
oh boy.
I think it just wouldn't happen because it's too much of a utility or whatever.
Yes. Yeah, but also at this point, I think it's become... The companies make so much money from... like YouTube, like advertising and
and they can claim it through the
like
I'll
it's
just
probably,
claim the video rather
they
than
probably don't
strike.
have an incentive to take down YouTube at this point. Maybe they do. I don't know, who knows. Because the world of Six Face World has an ongoing plot, it's very interesting and very well thought out. True. Wait, we're gonna just checking if there's any spoilers. No. The author has confirmed they'll write it after the anime ends, so I have plenty of time. Also, the fact that just checking for spoilers. People don't know too much about them, even though they've read the story, is what makes this a good YouTube niche to speculate into, spec into instant viewership who will always come back to your videos because they're content starved. Lol, true. Anyway, catch you next time. Gotta go. And then he says, see you, Pooney. Did you actually like episode 9? I did like episode 9, right? It wasn't too bad. It's not my favorite. It's probably my least favorite Star Wars movie, probably, but it also has some of my favorite scenes, like the Palpatine stuff. I did talk about this once with Bacon in one of our Vinland Saga videos, so if you're interested, I go back to that and find it somehow.
Spoiler alert,
Saturnius
Palpatine's in it. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, true. Somehow Palpatine returned. It was crazy. Dune was better, says Saturnius, which I haven't seen yet. Have you seen Dune, Kyle?
No.
All right. He says, I think his name is meant to be an homage to Neji in some way, Kyle. There you go.
Maybe?
I don't know who that is.
But
But...
how?
And he says, because Neji means scare. No. Because Neji's name means screw.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense, actually.
Okay. And that's it. That's all the chat.
Also, another spoiler. My goodness.
True. All right. What now, Kyle? How's the battery?
I got like 2 minutes left.
So that would be the perfect time to watch the 2-minute Doctor Who trailer. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Are you continuing on, Elitari? This is a long stream for you.
You ready?
My goodness.
No, I'm not. I'm dead. When you're leaving, I'm leaving, all right? I got things to do. I got to prepare for job interviews and stuff. Oh my god.
I gotta go the fuck to sleep. I gotta be up in like 6 hours.
True.
Better only be a 3-hour shift today. They better not pull this. How about you do 9 hours shit? All right, I'll be mad. But I'll say yes because I'm poor.
You're just like the Jujutsu Kaisen animators at Mappa who
True.
whenever you give them an inch, they
I
take
need
a
some
mile.
sympathy.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
no, but it's actually completely my choice, and I could totally tell them to go fuck themselves. The
Just like
but I
the
wouldn't.
JJK animators. So
True. Elitari, you
Mhm.
gotta find a power bank for me.
I actually tried yesterday, believe it or not.
Oh my.
A little
goodness.
bit. I was on the metro, like getting on my phone, so I didn't put too much effort in. But
Because I got paid, so I can pay $200 or something for it.
you know what? Let's look into it, Kyle. I think we can find something, and then imagine how long you'll be up the stream for. That'd be so great.
Yeah.
how long your
What am I
videos
gonna
can
do
be,
when I
like-
have to decide when streams are finished?
Yeah, that's
Uh-oh.
gonna be interesting. Just like set a
Uh-oh.
timer. Be like, I'm off in 6 hours, and then you disappear after 6 hours.
Oh
There you go.
my goodness, it's possible.
Oh, now we have
All
more
right.
things. Oh my god.
Shut up,
Oh,
chat.
no, we don't. Oh yeah, right. We got the Doctor Who trailer to watch. Let's quickly watch this, Kyle. All right, get ready.
I'm leaving, Elitari. You gotta watch this all by your lonesome.
No. Come on. We got 2 minutes. We can do this.
I don't want it to go flat
Yeah,
again because then it
ready for this?
restarts and then I gotta start all my YouTube thingies again and they all have to load again and it's a million things.
Disappear then. Be gone.
Hey, fuck you, chat, fuck you. Didn't.
Oh, I thought it was in a. Yeah, come on. You got this.
Didn't.
Wait, say it again. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. All right, we have a Doctor Who trailer to watch. Let's watch this. All right.
You ready for this?
Give me the loving! Now, stay back. We are going to rock through time.
Oh, this is so Bridgerton.
This is Ruby.
You are wild, brave, and rude. No, you made it worse.
Where shall we go? Anywhere.
It's you.
Space, baby! Oh, is it the universe, man? Let's have a random landing.
Is it safe?
Listen to me. This is what we're trying to stop. All of life extinguished.
Oh my gosh.
You keep us safe? I will keep us safe.
Come on. We've got work to do.
There's a storm coming in.
You called.
Honey, I'm a much bigger bang than you bargained for.
I will shatter this silly
This
little
is a strange trailer compared to
battlefield
last
into
time.
dust. In a heartbeat, into dust.
I don't have a people, I don't have a home, but I have freedom. Catching monsters, getting into scripts. So I keep moving on to see the next thing, and the next, and the next. Have you ever felt so alive? And that's just the beginning.
Oh my god, he's talking to us. That's crazy. How does the Doctor know we're there? Alright, is that the end?
Don't forget to click below.
I won't. I will click the subscribe button. I mean, that looks really good. What can I say? It looks like, from everything I've seen so far, all the hype they're hyping into it, it looks like this is going to be a very good season of Doctor Who. But you know what? I guess we'll see. Time will tell. I'm very excited. Oh. Let me in? You never let me in? Lol. Let you in what? In the voice channel, I'm assuming? I've never let anyone in. Alright? I mean, the exceptions are the people who have permissions, you know, like Kai Entertainment, Jarky Bacon, Ciclet, Riker7. I think that's it. Maybe Miller? I don't think I gave Miller permission. But you know what, Miller, if you're out there listening right now and you want to get permission to the voice channel, I'll give you some permission. But yeah. One viewer, just me now, I guess. Someone else popped in. True. Anyway, that's it. It's hot in here. I've streamed long enough. Oh, video probably goes up in 7 minutes. You know, an ordinary Ari, just me talking about Lee Kree's video and probably being a bit too mean, and I was considering not putting it up, but I did. Also, look at this, 41 views for this random behind the scenes video. That's crazy. Oh, look, it's Heath. Heath is there in the video, immortalized forever, dabbing. And someone said first. We love them. We love our first people here. It's almost got more views. It has more views than the Star Wars video, which is so funny to me. How much does this one, the original, have? Are we on 760 yet? Oh, 747. The night? Not yet. 2 comments. Anyway, this is it. Let me end the stream. The Discord stream, that is. Alright, thank you for coming. See you. Oh, just got a message saying, oh, you said see ya. Alright, see ya. 5 Turnius. 5 Saturnius. There you go. See you next time.